Today we're watching 24 hours of Daytona. I'm sorry for the late start. The race starts in about 15 minutes apparently. So, welcome back to F1 Row. How are you guys doing? I hope you're excited for race season. I am. And I forgot that I'm going to tell you the truth. I got up late this morning and I forgot to set my alarm, so I got up a bit late, so I didn't realise the Daytona 24 was on today, so it's sort of, I don't look my best or nothing like that, but I thought we'd sit down and do a watch along and sort of see what's happening. I wanted to watch some replays with you, so if you're into racing or you watch this channel, you'll know that I don't really normally do live streams, so or face-to-face live streams. I'm just trying to get a good picture shot here. We're just going to sit here and chill, and we're just going to hang out. So I just also want to say thank you for all the comments recently. That was absolutely brilliant. There's a lot of good racing F1 stuff going on. I'm really excited about it. Right, let's watch this replay. But because I can't record, what I'm thinking is because I can't record, the actual race. I can't sort of screenshot it or anything. So, but I can. Okay, so I just wanted to say good morning to everybody. It is 10:15. 10:15. I'm going to late start today. A late start. So, but 24 hours of Daytona is on live right now. It starts soon. So we're just going to watch a little bit of a replay here and see what we can sort of what YouTube will let us get along. Sort of what YouTube will let us get away with in terms of us watching it. So I know I can watch it, but I don't think that Felipe Nasr there. That Porsche looks good. The number 7 Porsche looks tight. Let's see what happens here. GT cars. GT3 is back. Yes. The fan favorites. Okay, I got to split. This is a cool car right here. That is a cool car right there. GT Le Mans. 24 hours we're going for. I can't believe it. I can't believe I got up really late. And I forgot. I didn't realise it was this weekend. So because it's 10:30 a.m. Cali time, LA dog, I'm not sure if I'm ever allowed to do what I'm doing anyway. So we're just going to see. You're going to watch what I'm doing. I'm just going to commentate for a little bit. Just a chit-chat. So if you guys want to come in and chit-chat, that's great. I'd love to see your comments. I know there's only nobody in here, but I'm just sort of watching the race with everybody. And we're just going to rip Peacock off. Fuck them. McLaren. So, and this is first impressions too, because I know the race isn't on yet. So this is just a review. So we'll sort of catch up. I just want to look at the cars, right? Let's just look at the fucking cars, right? Let's get the cars out on track. Oh, shit. That Porsche looks cool. Oh, let me turn my thingy on. Get the bass on.
Here and get a little more serious.
Better lads. Right, there you go. Okay. Okay, so qualifying. What is a good time here? Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know. That looks tight. That fucking Porsche looks cool. I need a drink of water. Got some water. Let's get comfy and see if we can do try and watch as much of the 24-hour race as we can. So it's almost like a first impressions as well, you know what I mean? And we'll just do live commentary
Ford Mustang this year, the number 16 in GTD.
I wonder if I can go twinsies. You know where you can. I want to see if you can go. Or you can look at me as well at the same time. How can I do that? Is that a setting? Oh, what's that? Oh, a green screen. Oh, wow. I can put a green screen on there.
Well, if you remember from a few years ago when this car debuted, the rear wing was shuddering violently.
Sorry about that, guys.
Speed here at Daytona. They had some problems with the rear deck lid as well coming loose, and all of those gremlins are really a thing of a past. And not only are the Mustang drivers talking about how good the car is, every other driver I've talked to in GT racing, both in the Michelin Pilot Series where Mustangs run and in GTD, are pointing at those Fords and saying those things are fast. They're going to be tough to beat. All right, Vassar Sullivan are back with the Lexus.
Do I need to add anything for
this car that is now 10 years going?
Yeah.
That is.
Are you sure about that, Lee?
Yeah, I think I'm doing it right. I hope the live stream's up and you can see it. I might have to go check on the computer. I'm just going to trust it. What we're going to do is we're going to trust the technology. Just record live initial reactions of the 24 hours of Daytona. Because I forgot it was on this weekend. We haven't watched qualifying. We haven't watched anything. Because I forgot what weekend it was. So I think what we also will do today is roll out our 2026 racing calendar. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make a calendar of all the races that you would want to watch for this year, for the whole year. And maybe we might have to do that over the next few days. Because you want to know what weekends we're going to do a stream, you know what I mean? You want to stream the big races, don't you?
Looks like a tasty piece. We can't wait to see it here in IMSA competition. I did talk to James Sullivan about.
And this is the actual race too. Like, we like to watch a race. We don't just do sim racing. You know, I wonder if I could turn this like this and go. Shall I go this way? Zoom it in a bit. No, because I want to rotate this voice, don't I? Which one is rotate? Orientation. That's better. But we've got to rotate it. No. Yay, we got it. There we go. We got it back. Okay, sorry about that. I was answering comments to some of the videos. So I can put some more pictures up if you want. No big deal. No big deal. I know that some of the shorts I do is sort of AI based, and so I try and do it. So we do have to use AI because it's just, for me, I'm a one-man band. I'm just doing it because I like racing. You know, F1 is my favourite, but I do like to watch GT3 racing and prototype racing too. So we do try and post a little bit of everything. I know that sort of probably messes up the YouTube algorithm, but I don't care. I'm a race fan, you know. So. And a sim racer, of course, because a lot of those videos you see where you got the head tracking, that's me. I'm actually doing that. It's fun. It's my hobby. So if you're a sim racer, you should be watching this sort of stuff too. So. But now I want to switch this back. There you go. And then I need to know how I can rotate the screen. Right, I think the race is actually about to start because I was trying to figure out and answer comments before we go live. So let's go. Started literally a few seconds ago. Here we go. Boom, yeah. Super Bowl time, baby. Okay. Right, now we're in. Okay. What's that? That's not. Oh, that's for the camera. So I can just turn the camera if I want to. That's the green screen. We can fuck the green screen off. Right. We can add different lights here. Lighting on. Alright, this is it. This is the race. This for me as well. This is the start of the season. This here is the start of the season.
The 24 hours at Daytona.
Yeah.
Since 1962, This race has been the crucible of endurance.
The crucible of
This is where the world's
motorsports.
elite race riders want to start their racing season at the World Center of Racing for sports cars' biggest race.
The Speedway is iconic.
Yes.
Steep banks, a technical infield, and a
I had to go around this in a Porsche, and I actually made a video about it. I should link it in there, really.
It's a circuit that rewards bravery.
But yes, I did. I did roll a couple of cars here, and I know I have. The bus stop's especially hard now.
All chasing the same prize.
The Rolex 24.
When you wear it,
I ain't that good, lads.
you serve.
I don't think I could do 24 hours of racing.
Year after year, the drama unfolds.
Daytona. They'll probably ban me for this. I don't know if I have rights to watch Peacock, but maybe I should just have it this way. And we'll watch it together. Me and the boys.
And for the drivers assembled here who have never experienced that, never won the Rolex timepiece, well, that is the allure. That's the thing that keeps bringing them that. And that enthusiasm, Cal, that never wanes.
That never wanes.
Biggest day. This is into Super Bowl.
Maybe I can just fucking mute his ass. I'm gonna do the commentary. I'm gonna tell you what's fucking going on, alright? The cars are fucking moving, alright? Look, you can see. How can I turn on the... Can I turn that off? I can only do it this way, apparently. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. They're at it. They're at it now, boys. We're fucking at it. Oh, yeah. Can you see, boys? I hope you can see. Yeah, motherfuckers. We'll just switch between. They're talking bollocks. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put the subtitles on. Nah, fuck it.
Penske number 7 is
Penske number 7 looks good. We'll put it on really low to see if YouTube notices. Can you hear that? We're going to whisper mode. We're going to go into whisper mode, lads. Full tactical gear. Oh, right, okay. Now, we don't know where people qualified, because I wasn't really paying attention. So, we're just gonna see what fucking happens here. Look at that cockpit there, the cockpit view there. Oh, wouldn't we love a fucking cockpit like that? Okay, right, here we go. Right, let's just fucking mute then. Yeah. We're just gonna fucking mute them. So we're watching it together, really. I'm gonna just keep switching back. Just some bullshit. Like, this is the safety car lap. Man, what is this guy rattling on about? The Grand Marshal car. 750 laps. Woo! That's a lot of juice.
So we're going to be amazed by what we see here. I can hear and see the field behind me. They are ready to go, and so are the rest of our pit reporters. Let's get some stories from pit lane. Let's start with Matt Yoakum. Hey, Matty.
Matt Yoakum. What up, dog?
The grid was simply unreal. The Global All-Star event has brought in all the biggest names and the most iconic brands. But to be the man at the Rolex, first, you have to beat the man. And for the past 60 years, there's never been a car owner quite like Roger Penske. He races and plays on a different level, chasing trophies and championships, and only focused on what's next. The motivational number for Penske today is 3 as Penske on his perch chases his straight Rolex 20.
I might have to put you here. That's a bit better, ain't it, lads? Let's get cozy. We ain't fucking scared. Hey, boys. That's better.
Matt, one of the drivers in the
Yeah, I'm a big race fan, so.
75 Express has been waiting to make his debut at this race for a long time, and he's a
Yes,
legend.
with the boys.
Was set to do this in 2023, but
What's
he had to
that
back
one
out
there?
last minute because his wife,
Let's
Liz
fuck
Power,
around with the lenses. What's that?
emergency
Oh
surgery.
shit,
She had
dog.
spinal infection.
Oh yeah. Kaleidoscope. No. No, we're not doing that. Mirror. What do I look like now, eh? Right, yeah. Oh, blue retro. Yeah. No. Lighting off. Debut. Let's just mute it. Man, I don't know if I'm allowed to fucking watch it now. Well, I'm gonna keep going till they cut me off. Right, boys. We don't give a fuck. Fucking racing season has begun. Marcus Ericsson.
Hey, Chris, yeah, we can see these race cars on the front stretch here at Daytona.
At Daytona.
That I'm looking at is when it comes to the average driving age of these drivers. Of our 13 AMs in this class, they all started racing roughly in their mid-30s. We're going to take a look at that 43 machine driven by Jeremy Clark, who kicked off his racing at age 35. He will
That's a nice looking car.
first Rolex 24.
That'll like a bit of yellow on a car, I do.
And then there is this guy. Let's move on to John Field, who started racing at 37 years old.
Right.
And now at 70 years young. John told me yesterday, I'm never getting out of this race car. So if you
24-hour watch along with the boys.
to be a race car driver, this class is for you.
Oh man, you're gonna love the enthusiasm of John Field. And I love that you said 70 years young, because John is just so pumped to be back in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, back at Daytona.
Oh, what's that say?
24. There's some really important numbers.
33 different countries represented from 66 continents. 35 different drivers making a debut. Fucking 35 rookies. Damn. Most starts in the field. Spencer, 24 times he's done this race. Car 11 GTPs, 13 LMP2s, 15 GTD Pros, and 21 GTDs. Fucking hell, there's some cars on track. That's what. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. This is it, man. We've got to watch the start. You know there's going to be a crash at the start. You know there's going to be a crash at the start. Alright, okay, let's get it back to where we want it. Right, okay, you guys see, okay? You guys ready? I'm zoomed in as best I can. This is the sort of best view I can get right now. But it's a watch along. We're watching together. Here we fucking go.
64th time. This is the Rolex 24 at Daytona, and Renger van der Zande has the honour of leading this field to green. There was a little hiccup after qualifying, and a car got moved back. So the 93 Meyer Shank Acura got elevated to the pole position.
Here it goes, and he's gone.
Waiting for anybody. The Rolex 24 at Daytona is underway. Sun is shining.
Here we go.
Let's go for a full day.
Felipe now has a pounces from the inside of that.
Oh, shit. Straight away. Straight away.
18 cars involved. There goes John Ferraro aboard the Town Motorsports orange and white machine.
Oh, another one off. There you go. Chaos at Daytona.
Crazy for the opening lap of the 24-hour. The GTD Pro and GTD
Rejoin carefully. Rejoin carefully.
prototype the best that they can.
There you go. Oh, everybody's going.
Everywhere, but it's offline.
Oh, even the GT3 cars.
They're onto the dirt, guys. 4 times out of the last 4 years. There's been a caution on the opening 2 laps, so they're trying.
Holy shit, it's chaos! Oh shit!
debris. This is verging on chaotic. That was crazy. 4 LMP2 cars. You saw the
Whoa!
one trying to get back. The Era car. Top
Oh,
speed
he's
left.
hit something.
That's limping along. And that's with Naveen Rao behind the wheel.
And there you see those carbon fiber bits, almost certainly Calvin.
Gotta get that shit off the track.
Have to consider a yellow flag because of the chance for puncturing a tire.
Yeah.
Talk about that big move from Nazar from the second
like,
of the
fuck
grid
'em,
on
let
the
'em
inside
race.
line. He's now got a round of pole sit around.
Well, when somebody gets a fucking puncture.
You called it, Townsend. He is a
Now the
man
racing line looks
today.
good. That's just off the track.
Box. Caution is out.
Oh,
And understandably
shit.
so. And it's for the debris. So just as everybody got going, they're going to ease it
Yeah.
down.
I mean, they can't even fucking do a lap.
That was crazy.
Can't even do a fucking lap.
And it's one of
Fucking
those,
hell.
the build up to this event is so immense, and the emotion involved.
Woo! Somebody fucked up.
When the green drops, that's released. But then, watch this. Look to the left-hand side of your screen.
Somebody's spinning early in the
Oh.
brake zone for turn 1.
Oh, and he just
The
avoided it.
11 car, I believe, that got it wrong there and into the brake zone. Remember, these Michelin tires not completely up to
Blame.
temperature just yet. That just creates chaos. for the
Oh,
mid-pack.
yeah, so that's a way back there then.
The track starts again, and then the split field. The
Way
GT
back
car
there.
will be later.
Before you turn. Here we go.
And then he tagged Naveen Rao. Watch this.
Fucking braking early.
Person's view.
Fucking
It's
twat.
a bystander, really. George may not even seen that.
Overly cautious.
That's incident number 1. This is incident number 2 involving one of the BMW GTP cars.
Oh, he got
Gets
clipped.
turned there. Oh no, that was
Dropped a
further
wheel.
back. Yeah, he dropped a wheel.
That was
I think coming through
dangerous.
turn
Oh, he
2
dropped a
there. And,
wheel.
again, tyres aren't completely up to temperature. It's a new Michelin tyre here, the Vision tyre. Which
Whoa,
comes up to
he must go by
right now
himself.
by himself. He just had a tank slapper there through the
Yeah,
chicane.
that's
There's a
you.
new Michelin
That's on the
tyre,
driver.
he said, that comes in a little bit quicker, but maybe not all the way ready. As we ride on board the 31, it'll happen just in front of you.
Good call,
These
good
fans were
call,
set on the
power.
pole here last year for BMW
Back up to speed
on
now.
debut.
Oh,
Damage to Lukey's car. You got to remember, as Amanda pointed out, usually you've got your bronze rated or your amateur drivers starting, and in this category, the blue numbered category is LMP2. No anti-lock brakes for these, so you generally have the least experienced drivers and maybe the most difficult cars to handle for the start on cold tires, and invariably it can cause some drama. This is probably the biggest drama we've seen in years for the start of the race in P2.
that's
Damage
in
to
the
both
15 minutes.
TDS Racing and Era Motorsport LMP2
They can just cut that whole
prototypes.
front off.
This is exactly what you don't want at the beginning of a 24-hour race, because the feeling that you want to
I'll put a
experience
new one on.
is like these guys did last year.
New tires. It'll be a yeah. Fuck off. I want to know what happened there down in turn 1. I tell you, the finger is here now. This motherfucker right here. There we have the finger of blame. The finger of blame. Yeah. I am the official in all these kind of things. Do I have to do descriptions?
So, Lindsay, the Olympic comeback, it's on. I love it too much to stop. The things we do for love. Tell me about it. Austria 2013. I tore my
Can't do
ACL
that.
and my MCL. St. Hubert boating incident. Yeah, wrenched my whole knee.
Yeah, but not have that on.
2010, wrecked my arm, but I still skied down in the sling. Climbing accident, back, tailbone, you name it. Why do we
Somebody
do this
fucked
again?
up.
Because
See?
we love it. Because we love
People
it.
get fucking anxious. We ain't started racing yet.
At the plant.
We ain't even done nothing yet. Fucking
Fixit
dickheads.
fuel brings outdoor power equipment back to life.
Dickheads.
50-to-1 premix delivers better starts.
What
better
a bunch
performance,
of fucking
and equipment
dickheads.
health. Our lubricants are built for extreme performance in the toughest conditions.
When it matters most, choose VP Racing's
Yep,
small
I like
engine
it.
fuels and lubricants.
I like a style of a race because you can gain a lot of places if you're quick, and if you do it right. But they didn't even get to turn one.
You probably know one.
You know, that's what normally happens in F1 as well. Like, there's been so many more crashes at race starts on the turn one because somebody's got to run on somebody. Like, oh shit, I'm going to top 10 this motherfucker. Cause the clear straight away. Just keep the pressure on.
You all have that little extra. Something.
Fucking
Maybe you got it too.
fucking
What
shit.
is it that makes an SUV extraordinary?
Fucking
Is it
shit.
the room to keep everyone comfy? Or the rugged off-road capability? What if it's all of that and more?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. It's a fucking Hyundai commercial, for fuck's sake.
Hello.
We're gonna do a commercial for F1 Road. No, check it out.
Right.
Go and watch all the watched. I need watched hours. So go and just watch the videos. Now I'm a race fan, same as you. I generally like F1 more because there's more drama, more technology, new regulations this year. So I try and make as much content about that as I can. Because it's just a hobby, this is what I like to do, you know. I like talking about F1 with other F1 fans, you know. Not necessarily just locked down to F1 though. I do like watching GT3 racing, there's car racing stuff on the channel. That's just all me having a sim race with, you know, with some other people who like to enjoy doing the same thing. Because I have a lot of group of friends who have lots of different games. I mean, there's millions of us now. There's millions of sim racers out there now. I just happen to like F1, you know. So we're just gonna sit and watch 24 hours of racing. That's how you do it. Alonso! See, F1 drivers and Daytona and long endurance racing have a relationship because you don't make it in F1, you have a good career in this kind of racing.
Drivers getting ready to reset and go.
Oh, there here we go again.
This field started the race in third position.
Yes.
Great opening lap by the Brazilian.
That's
Townsend
better
told
look.
you right at the top of the show why you should watch the Felipe
Right.
Nasr. It's an illustrious career and he's not done yet. And we go back to
Here we go,
racing
back
here
again.
at
That was quick.
Let's see if we can get some racing rhythm
Just a
going.
few minutes.
Not even a full lap completed under green. Now we go.
Because they get two. Oh, down into turn one.
For the six of Kevin Estra makes it outside.
Oh my god, what a fucking move off Kevin Estra. Oh yeah, that's the man to watch right there, I'll be honest with you. Kevin Estra is fast. Fourth.
My first time in motorsport, the great
Kevin Estra's a fucking legend, Sam.
mesmerized from behind in his car control. He
Fucking
displayed
third.
right
There
Tires
he
are
is.
still gonna
He's
be
gonna
a
get there
little bit
quick
cold, still
too.
down on pressure, but he is pressuring the 93 of Renger van der Zande very hard right now, wanting to make this a Porsche Penske.
I remember when I first did this live stream, you know.
You can see the LMP2 car there.
George Kurtz.
Factoring as lap traffic right now. Kurtz back out. I'm sure frustrated the way things started, but there's lots of time for Kurtz and team to try to claw their way back.
Yep. Estra is on a mission right around the outside. Oh, whoa, what is happening with... Oh, he's got damage. I bet ya. He's got damage. That's an LMP2 car in the way. That yellow Penske Porsche there looks fucking sick.
George Kurtz was immediately on his radio saying, guys, I think there's suspension damage on this LMP2.
There it is. Look at that fucking yellow fucking one there.
George did make his way down pit lane. They did some
I'm talking to
adjustments
nobody.
on that suspension, replaced a toe link. I saw the rear wing of that LMP2 come off very quickly, but the key here was they were on the radio with George, the team saying, don't stretch, George. A long time to go. We got this. And George got back on track. Not even a lap behind.
So George makes his way back onto pit road. What a shame. A really unfortunate start. He's heading down pit road, and at the very end, at pit out, we've brought the pit box back, and we welcome in Steve Letarte, Marty Snyder. Hi, guys.
Hey, Jeff, talk about a view. Steve and I have it for the 64th running of the Rolex.
Yes, here we go. Get the fuck off.
This is what it's all about. That Rolex Daytona.
Oh, the watch here, look, yeah.
All of motorsports across the world.
and there's only one way to get it.
Well, I
Only
think
one
that
way to
adds
get it, baby.
the mystique of this event is there are many magical trophies, but very few you can put on your wrist and wear around.
I bet that must have rang his fucking bell. Oh no, I'm unmuted. I might have muted myself.
Is for every Ford driver to feel.
Who hasn't done that though, right? I forgot to mute it. Do you have YouTube on here?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, pull up YouTube for me. To see what you see, if I can see.
What's your check for? F1 row?
F1 row.
Imagine if I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Prevention is critical. That's why I recommend Colgate Total.
It's 15 times more effective.
You can see
at
me,
finding
let me
the root
see.
cause of oral health problems. Prevent problems before they start.
Nice.
Back to Daytona, the 64th running
So it is
Rolex
good.
24, just 18 minutes old.
Do
We
a
are
chat
under
for me.
caution number 2.
No, just put something on there for me, will you? So, because I want to see if it comes up here.
Accident that happened just moments ago, and I agree with Townsend. What a vicious hit!
A vicious hit, an odd
Ooh,
place to hit. I
shit.
don't ever remember seeing the car hit driver's left, but the angle, the vicious spin of the car, very nice to see the driver get out. That had to just be a wild ride inside.
That
So
hurt.
walk me through as a strategist here, because you sat on the pit box for many years. How do you get your guys to kind of refocus? Because it's been a halting start to a very long
Oh,
race.
okay,
This is
great.
Every team's fear that you'll have an issue.
What
15
picture
minutes
is
into a
that?
24-hour race. So you want to react, but not overreact.
my
You have to
favorite
find a
character
very
from
comforting moment
Oh,
where you have to
okay.
decide, does your team
Sick.
need
Like,
to focus
Shall I follow
or
your
do
channel?
you just distract from the plan ahead? So I think it's different for every team. You can talk about the drivers.
Did you
remember, both
subscribe?
Professionals and amateurs behind the wheel.
No.
I think if you have a professional, this is
So you
just
can see
part
what
of
I
the
do
race.
all
If
day.
you have an amateur who may not have expected this, that would be that moment that maybe you just give him some words of encouragement. Remind that driver that it's 24 hours.
Is there any chance you can make
Let's
me a
not be
coffee?
One of these guys
Please.
or teams that
Alright,
makes an early mistake.
So
Okay.
the 24-hour race, there's so
I
many
go here to
golden moments.
snatch-
Okay, well, finish your game a minute. Ask Olivia too. Oh, ask. Did you feed the dog this morning?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so yeah.
Sorry, I came out here to smash two pieces of pizza.
Okay. No, that's okay.
10 p.m. tonight, the fireworks will go off, signifying that we're going to see this. A lot of overnight
Oh,
action. When the sun
fucking
goes
hell.
down, the action does not cool off.
Racing is back, baby!
Crazy, but you know, I mean, I love some coffee. So I like a sunrise, some coffee, maybe a donut.
Are they thinking what I'm thinking?
And at this
Oh,
point, what I
fuck.
love is it's time to turn up the heat. Those last few hours, you can catch them here on NBC when we will start handing out watches. That's when it happens.
Yes, and here are those tentpole moments. If you want to bookmark them for the day. Sunset just before 6 p.m. 10 p.m. the fireworks team. You kind of buried the headline. You mentioned the fireworks. You did not mention that you are in charge of the fireworks tonight.
Well, I didn't sign a waiver, so no promises. I'm gonna hit every button they put in front of me. But don't miss that overnight. And then 6 a.m., I'll be back up in the booth with my buddy Dip. No telling what we'll have to talk about after overnight action.
And we are just getting started here on the pit box. These superstars from around the world that are going to be here, we're going to talk to, Steve. It's going to be a
Yeah,
fun
that's a NASCAR driver, IndyCar driver, IndyCar driver, XF1 driver, IndyCar driver, F1 driver, F1 driver.
Going to be a lot of fun to chat with all these drivers.
I don't know who those two are.
The entire 24 hours. But the first
Will
driver
Power,
we're
yes.
gonna chat with
James Stewart,
is
yes.
Six-time IndyCar champion Scott
Hitchcliff's in
Dixon is
here.
coming up shortly here on NBC. Just
Oh,
21
shit.
minutes into the 64th running of Rolex 24. Going back green here shortly.
Yeah, maybe they put the amateurs in when Rensboard GG's live. 24 hours of Daytona.
Don't worry, girls. I've got weather tech. For whatever comes your way, there's a weather tech.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance. The attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights.
The bragging rights.
Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
Don't know what that is. There's not very many options, is there? Really?
To Leo, skipping the buy one, get one means losing 50% of his savings potential. To Leo's mom, his logic is a work in progress. So she helped him open a Wells Fargo Clear Access Bank spending. He's learning, Mom, at his own Leo pace. However you make money work, you can work with that.
Oh, okay. We good.
wait to make memories that last a lifetime with this special offer during the 70th celebration at the happiest place on earth.
Boom! You probably know these TD moves. Touchdown! But guess what? There's another TD, tardive dyskinesia. It causes uncontrollable movements, ankle rolling, hand and arm twitching, constant blinking. Tardive dyskinesia is caused by certain prescription mental health medications. It's true. So talk to your doctor and visit theothertd.com to learn about TD and treatment options that can help.
Right now, at the Home Depot, shop savings on top brand appliances, like LG, and get appliances that last, with helpful features you can rely on for years and years.
It's my little house.
Now, at the Home Depot.
I want to try and see the hand of truth. No. Right, here we go again.
Beautiful day here in Florida. Rolex 24, and you rejoin us, ready to go with Felipe Nasr. Trying to get the hat-trick of wins.
The watch along.
3 in a row for this twice around the clock classic. He's got Renger van der Zande right behind him, and he's Porsche Penske
that cleanup was quick.
Teammate right behind him. So let's go back to racing. Green flag flies, and let's see who's got the speed. Louis Delatraz in that black and white Dex imaging. Cadillac is the 4th car you see in shot.
Whoa, it's a big set there. They're all good there.
Look at this, Jack Aitken, who actually was the fastest qualifier here a couple of days ago, but had a technical infraction. He's made big moves from the back of the grid in that wheel and engineering Cadillac.
There's loads of time left yet.
With him here.
Here we go. This is the king. First couple of times, that's just steady enough to stay with him. We need
the
to
driver,
close anyway.
Townsend, who won the last 2 races of last season, he wants to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, indeed. In terms of momentum, right now, I'm watching the number 6.
Is not fucking around
because he has been magic.
He wants that fucking watch.
He's got a perfect draft.
I'll race you for it.
Vander's in there right now, and the Acura up ahead. And watch
I'll race you for it.
He is closing quick.
Yeah, he'll have a go into the bus stop. Race he will.
Oh! They almost touch, or maybe
Oh!
Like 2012 all over again with AJ.
Yeah, they are.
I don't think that was an accident. I think Kevin Estre was trying to send a message to Renger van der Zande like, don't you dare put a fade on me. I'm going to move you right back over.
This is dynamite. These are the 2
Fucking
drivers
hell.
you do not want to see contacting because they both have explosive personalities inside the cockpit.
Oh, yeah.
This is too early to get too crazy.
Let's get crazy.
Oh, it's gonna get crazy, boy. Let's go. Run the outside, kid. Run around the outside.
Great straight line speed on the banking, and then down below the battle continues.
Oh, he's looking walking up into there.
Almost closed on the tail of his teammate there, Felipe Nasr, who continues to lead.
He's flashing.
Once again, you think it's going to be 20 hours of just circulating, being around for the final 4.
Oh shit! Here we go. Top of the screen. Top of the screen right here.
This morning, and I said, what did Roger Penske tell the driver group on the team this morning in the briefing?
Can you see
He
it?
said,
Okay.
First thing, I want to win 3 in a row. All about, it was no talk about patience, it was all about attack. That was the command from the captain, and they're showing it in the early running.
Well, you employ the best, and you expect them to go out and deliver, and they know what to do. They know how much risk to take.
Absolutely right. Only 2 teams have ever won 3 in a row. Wayne Taylor Racing and Chip Ganassi Racing. So Porsche Penske Motorsport could do it. Watch this. Estre on the right, Van der Zande up top. That was close. You can see the 93 of Van der Zande just gave a very gentle fade to defend to the inside. And Cal, this is something we talked about all last season, was where is the line of race control going to fall? It was really aggressive racing at the beginning of the year. In the midpoint of the year at Road America, race control dropped the hammer hard on the drivers. The drivers were freaking out saying, how is that a penalty? And now we think we're somewhere in the middle, and I think we saw that right there with the Acura and the Porsche going at it. Jack Aitken has made his way up from the back of the GTP field up to 7th, fighting for 6th as he goes working now past Nico Pino, or Nico Pino makes it hard on him. in that yellow Porsche 963. Let's go
Oh,
deeper
so
inside
beautiful.
the
That's the one I'm
31 Cadillac
rooting for.
Racing Wheel and Action
85, baby, let's fucking go. Just on the paint job alone.
Remember watching that video and his car out on track, all the argy-bargy. You've all come close to winning here. Growing up a stock car fan down in New Zealand, does it make this race, this place, take on an even greater emphasis?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, for me, this is a special race. It's my first ever big endurance race back in 2014. And it's still the elusive one that I haven't got. And yeah, being a stock car fan, got a Daytona home camp when I was young and came over here when I was a teenager watching stock car racing with Richard Childress. So this one means a lot. And it's awesome to have, I think, a new young gun with Connor in here. So hopefully he brings us this magic. He had a lot of magic here last year. I think he won the race without even driving the end. So hopefully he brings a bit of that magic. He's the only one of us that has a watch. So let's see.
He's the only guy that's got a watch, and rumor is that they might have changed his name to Steve. We'll follow that up a little bit later.
35-year-old Kiwi Earl Bamber needs to check this one off his list. His teammate Jack Aitken's doing a nice job so far.
He really is. He and Nick Tandy came to the race last year. One of them was trying to win the Grand Slam of 24-hour victories globally. Nick got that victory. It frustrates Earl, but he's going to try and be the second man to do it in history.
However, we're hearing the 31 has a penalty. We will tell you more about that on the other side of this break. Experience the premium performance of
shit.
small engine fuel and lubricants. Power equipment fuel you can trust to protect your small engine. To automotive and power sports lubricants built for demanding
I want
conditions.
to be able to rotate it.
Every delivers consistent, reliable performance. When it matters most, choose VP Racing.
How do I do
Find
that?
VP Racing products at your favorite retailer or visit vpracingfuels.com.
What if I just turn it?
It all starts.
No.
Fix-It Fuel brings outdoor power equipment back to life. 50-to-1 premix delivers
Is that better for you
starts,
guys?
better
No.
performance, and equipment
It's
health.
fucking crap.
Our lubricants are built for extreme performance in the toughest conditions.
We don't want to watch
When it matters
commercials.
most, choose VP Racing small engine fuels and lubricants.
Chevy trucks are as dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. They don't need permission to get going. They all have that little extra something.
Bullshit.
And maybe you got it too. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
What is it that makes an SUV extraordinary?
Is it the capability to throw a little mud around?
That's a classic.
What about putting safety first?
Okay, that's smart.
Does it need to be roomy enough for the family?
I have no idea who these people are.
Just pretend.
Oi,
What if it's
fuck
all
are you
that
doing?
and
Where the fuck are you going?
Say hybrid.
Here's your answer.
Do you want free internet? Forever? You got it. Really. We mean it. Spectrum is offering free fiber-powered internet forever. Why? Just call this number and switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum for a lifetime of internet.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
It's not a trial. It's an unprecedented offer.
I'll put
So
you
we'll
back
say
on.
it again. Free fiber-powered internet forever.
I'm just gonna put you right here.
Yeah.
I got you on my little stand. I'm gonna zoom you in as much as I can.
Now.
All right.
Just combat.
Yeah.
It's cinema. Every strike is a frame. Every rivalry, a story. This canvas is more than a stage.
Are you not entertained?
It's where stories live, where worlds collide, where legends are made. It's on the new home of UFC, Paramount Plus.
You see this little white meat chicken, breaded in tortilla chips? Here at Taco Bell, we're calling them, wait for it, nuggets. They're nothing like classic nugs, but you're just gonna have to accept it. I mean, we could have called them anything, really, like Derek. No backstory, just Derek. But nuggets is already baked into everyone's memories, and so is Hidden Valley Ranch, obviously. And we mixed it with Diablo. Crispy chicken nuggets from Taco Bell, a brand new classic.
Welcome to the
West Bank NBC Sports Report.
The opening half an hour of the Rolex 24 here at Daytona. The season opener for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship has been fairly interesting, to say the least. It has been quite a chaotic start with 2 cautions, multiple crashes, but you're seeing a very powerful statement from the front of this field with Porsche Penske Motorsport running 1-2 with Felipe Nasr and Kevin Estre running together at the front of this field. And Penske is in search of that 3-peat. So too is Felipe Nasr.
He is. I tell you right now, there seems to be a lot of energy behind the wheel of that car. Behind him, his teammate, the 6 machine of Kevin Estre, the Frenchman, picking up the draft here down the back straightaway. I don't think he'll get as antsy as he did with Ringer van der Zandt a few laps ago. Hear him sailing it, as they call it, into the corner, just trying to get a little bit of energy save.
Well, while Nasr and Penske go for their 3rd win in succession, there's a driver in this field who's trying to equal the most wins ever, and that's 5, and that's Scott Dixon. We'll see what he can do over the course of the next day, but for now, let's hear from the man himself. He's on the Peacock Pit Box with Stephen Martin.
Yeah, honored to have the 6-time IndyCar champion Scott Dixon hanging out with us in his 23rd straight Rolex 24. What keeps you coming back to this race, Scott?
Well, I don't know. Honestly, the short answer is the fun. I have loads of fun, man. Like, you know, this week and last week, you're kind of sitting around, getting fat, eating loads.
Yeah.
But now we're here to race day, and this is why I really, what I really enjoy. But it's always with, you know, being with great partners, obviously. For probably a majority, 90% or more of those have been with Chip, and obviously now with the partnership with MSR, and then coming over here with Acura has been fantastic. So cool lineup. We got AJ, the Dinger's back, which is a lot of fun too. So he's definitely been, he's a character, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, I got a good lineup in a star field. I think we're going to talk to everyone that drives your car, hopefully, on the pit box. Real quick, crazy start. I mean, back-to-back yellows, a big impact. Marty asked me for, like, you know, team management, how would I talk to guys as somebody does to get in the car? Does it change anything, or do you just wait till it's your turn? How does it work from a competitor?
Yeah, it's hard to comment, you know, because some of the situations you don't really know the depth and how it happened. But, you know, I think the biggest thing is you know, it's a 24-hour race. You don't want to lose it in the first corner, and then obviously another caution pretty quickly after that. But it is obviously just staying out of trouble is the key here. You know, hopefully you've got the speed to put yourself in the race at the end. You know, for us in GTP, you know, we look like we're hanging on okay. Porsche look pretty strong, but you know, hopefully Acura will have some a little bit later. But just stay out of trouble, man.
So you're 45 years old. Denny Hamlin is also 45 years old, and he made a run at the Cup Championship last year. Came up so short. Does he inspire you at all, and you inspire him, like to say, hey, we still, because neither one of you have lost anything in your game?
Yeah, like I was bummed for him. You know, it was such a big day. You know, he dominated the race. Obviously, Kyle's a good friend as well, and you know, I was happy to see him win it. But you know, Denny came up obviously short there with, you know, the situation that was kind of ended,
we can come back now.
You know, felt real bad for him. But no, man, like if you love it and you enjoy it, and you're still, you know, we only won one race last year. You know, Palu, won the majority of them, but. You know, it's been a lot of fun to compete, and obviously this year I think we've got a lot of things to improve, so hopefully we can fight for that 7th championship.
Okay, so I know we have a lot going on here, but I don't think I've ever hung out with somebody who's been knighted. So I'm just making sure, do I have to address you differently? So do I understand it mandatory?
You're meant to bow, but no.
We didn't know the rules.
I didn't bring my sword either.
So when does it happen? It hasn't happened yet?
No, yeah, we got to kind of, I think it will be later in the year. I'd like to do it back home. I think you can have the choice of either doing it in the UK or in New Zealand, but hopefully somewhere once we get done with the championship, probably October, November. But yeah, complete honor, totally out of, you know, left wing, didn't know that any of that was coming.
You had no idea it was coming.
You do, like, with about 3 weeks before, but before that, no. Like, it's, yeah, pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Does anyone address you as Sir now, or not?
I only make Dario do that. Dario's the only guy, you know.
You're on TV!
I said, I'm not going to talk to you unless you say Sir Scott every time. So
that is incredible information. I love that, yeah. Always fun hanging out with you, all right?
You guys too. Thank you so much.
Mr. Africa, hey.
Wilmer is with Willpower.
I am Marty Willpower.
How you doing?
Awaiting his turn.
Mr. Africa, what's up, man?
There's been a lot of build-up.
Are you excited for the 24-hour race?
What is this?
24 hours of Daytona? Yeah, no?
Finally be here on race day?
Yeah, it's awesome, you know, to see how many people are here and all the different cars and teams and, you know,
Write
very
a
different for
message.
me, having to constantly watch for people.
It's only
come
just
by really
started
fast,
about
but
an hour
I
ago.
really loved it,
First
you know, I love
hour.
the different
There's
driving
been 2
styles,
crashes
industry,
already.
Mercedes, and can't wait to get in. I just want to do like a couple of stints and get a feel for it and see what it's all about.
What's up, Mr. Africa? What's up?
Third in class. What was
Say
the
hi.
biggest challenge to you getting up to speed running this Mercedes AMG, being so used to IndyCar?
Yes, do I do that? No?
Yeah, I think it's a style of racing, but, you know, obviously a lot more weight and a lot more movement in the suspension. But, you know,
Esther is not fucking
down
playing.
the same principles. You got 4 tyres, you've got to extract the most out of the car, and obviously in an endurance race, you know, you got to play it pretty safe. Literally for 20 hours, I mean, you can go like 3 laps down and still be good. So I think it's, to be conservative will be the smartest thing to do.
IndyCar champion, Indy 500 winner Will Power. How about the suit too? Team Australia, 3 Australians and a German on this 75 Express team. So pretty cool for
That's
Will
pretty
Power.
good.
He should be in the car either
Them
second or
Australians,
third.
they quick, man. That Ford Mustang looks tight.
Designed those suits himself, so known for his flair. That's why it looks like that. And Will, although he seemed a little serious there, he's been having a blast. He's loving being at his maiden
Nice.
Rolex 24 here at Daytona.
Still a long way to go.
This has been the U.S. Bank NBC Sports Report.
Ooh. Yeah, so that's a lot of
We're
bollocks.
always searching for
Commercial breaks with Ro.
We get lost.
So
Find our way.
we got up late today, so this is kind of an improv stream. So
We are the detourists. Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
So we're running a little behind, but I put the live on, so it's still working. I still got stuff to do, so I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'm gonna go make myself a cup of coffee.
Unforgettable gift.
So watch the dog for me, yeah?
Mercedes-Benz
Can you watch my dog?
celebration now.
So do us a favor, will you keep your eye, keep an eye on the dog for me.
Acura Integra doesn't require a manual, but it helps. Really, all you need to do is drive it.
Tell me if your move's okay.
Once you do that, you'll get it.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
Michelin is the official tire of IMSA. From the track to the street, perform on all roads with the legendary collection of Michelin Pilot Sport tires. Ready for track-inspired technology? Michelin recommends TireRack.com as your source for the Pilot Sport family of tires. Learn more at TireRack.com/pilot.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
The IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship separates itself from other forms of racing with its multiple classes of cars. It's gonna run! Racing on track at the same time and different race durations depending on the venue and event.
It's a true test of man machinery, but it's a group test of people.
There are 2 types of cars racing simultaneously, prototypes and GT vehicles.
It's fun, it's challenging. I think that's what it makes it so special.
There's a lot of science that goes into making sure this helmet protects me. The same is true of the Colgate Total Active Prevention System.
It's 15 times more effective at fighting the root cause of oral health problems.
Try the Colgate Total Active Prevention System.
Prevent problems before they start.
Something about sports cars, speed, and celebrities. It's a natural mix, and there's been a long list of very famous names to compete here at the Rolex 24 at Daytona. As we welcome you back, folks. Lee Diffie, Calderfish, Townsend Bell, and the whole gang with you. Nothing's changed since we left. It is still Porsche Penske Motorsport.
And we're back. Was he a good guy? Was he a good boy for you? Was he a good boy? It's my dog. This is my dog. Was he a good boy? Let me know in the comments. I'll be back.
Leading GTD, and Frederick Scharndorf running second in that GT Daytona class.
Like Noah's Ark at the moment, they got 2 Porsches leading in GTP, 2 Chevys in GTD Pro, 2 Ferraris in GTD, Townsend, and LMP2, I guess they still what's up.
Kind of a miracle in terms of
holy shit.
And it's this part of the race where, after all the days of testing, you know, there's a 3-day test event they call the Roar. That was last weekend. Cal, you were there for that. Everybody's always trying to guess who's going to be good. Where do we stack up? This is when all of the smoke screen fades away, and we get to find out what the truth is. I asked you before the start of this broadcast, who do you think, Cal's going to be really good on old tires in GTP? And I think we're getting an early answer as Nasser and Estre and those Porsche Penske start to put a gap on the 93 Acura. Great start. You're looking at the AF Corsa USA Ferrari that leads the GT class. What a lineup too. You go through that a little later, but for now, time for a Rolex race update. We update you right at the beginning. The opening lap and chaos.
Yep, there's the first bunch of chaos.
One start there, Larry Carr loses control. The rest of the LMP2 field gets involved. And one of the BMWs, Dries Vanthoor, had an early moment too on this opening lap. And oh boy, just as they thought it was all over, it continued there, and then on the subsequent restart, here's a replay again of more P2 drama. Poor George Kurtz there in the 0-4, an innocent victim, and then this was the second restart.
Oh, that's a big one.
Zitza with a huge hit into the attenuator.
That's a big hit right there.
From turn 1, helped by the AMR team out of the car, complaining of some soreness to his lower back, but that car done for the day as the right front was extracted from the chassis.
Some key time markers there to remind you of moments during this race. Just shy at 6 o'clock Eastern, sunset, 10 p.m. Our very own Stevie Letarte will press the button on the famous fireworks. And if you watched the F1 movie, you would have seen that feature in that. It was such a cool way to start that movie. Midnight to 6, there's overnight.
Oh, he looked like he gained there.
We will be back nicely. Well, that's you and me, Cal.
That's right.
Townsend gets to sleep in.
Well, 11-hour break, I think. Hey, listen, just for a second. If Letarte's going to be on the button, should there be like a shelter-in-place announcement for the people that are here on location? I mean, that almost went real bad with Jeff Burton a few years ago.
But the Hall of Famer Dale Jarrett did a nice job last year. And then we'll be back from noon to 2 p.m. Eastern right here on NBC tomorrow to wrap this race up. So we've got off to an eventful start, but now we're getting into the rhythm of one of the world's most famous endurance sports car classics, the Rolex 24 at Daytona. So we're just getting going here, but the entire race, remember that, it's on Peacock. So you can make the switch now and enjoy it, because we're going for a whole day. Coming up next, right here on NBC, is US Track and Field. It's the New Balance Indoor Games. We'll see you on Peacock.
No way this all fits.
Watch me.
We're watching, Mary. They're right. We need WeatherTech.
I thought they only make floor liners.
Really, Garrett? Really, Garrett?
Puppy time.
Seat protector, side window deflectors, no draw mud flaps.
This is my puppy right here.
And I just ordered WeatherTech's newest products. Ta-da!
Hitch Basket makes for easy loading of heavy and bulky gear and increased
He's
storage
such a good boy.
capacity with a
His
roof
name's
basket
Winston.
up top.
WeatherTech for the win.
Hello.
Buy 'em now
Hello,
at
matey.
WT.com.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
If you have a Frenchie, you know, right? If you have a Frenchie, you know.
tastes like money. To Oliver, eating here instead of buying a stadium hot dog is like putting away $20. If Oliver sees sandwiches as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo's right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking the savings is easy. Oops. However you make money work, you can work with that.
As long as elephants still fly and heroes assemble, as long as the night shines bright with joy and hugs warm our hearts, as long as we have each other, anything is possible.
We're both princesses.
The moment we enter our happy place, join us for the 70th celebration at the happiest place on Earth.
Shop Smart and Final for everyday low prices on everything on your list. From fresh produce, quality meats and drinks, to snacks, household essentials, and more. Get low prices every day, only at Smart and Final. Where else?
Which one of us is the murderer?
What a sight. What a beautiful sight. High above Daytona International Speedway as we welcome you to our continuing coverage here on Peacock, right throughout all 24 hours and a little more. The 64th running of the Rolex 24 at Daytona. Beautiful 73-degree day to get the new season going for the 2026 IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. For those of you who weren't with us on NBC, welcome to Peacock's coverage. We're going to go all the way to the checkered flag and beyond. And will this be the same picture? Lee Diffie, Townsend Bell, Calvin Fish with you. What do you think, fellas? Is it going to be a dominant performance by Porsche Penske Motorsport?
Well, so far so good. I mean, Naz was up on the wheel immediately, took the car from third on the grid up into the lead by the time they got to the Le Mans chicane. Estre was then on the charge and wanted to chase down his teammate. I wonder if the Penske organisation have got on the horn and said to Kevin, just settle in, we don't need to push too hard, because the dynamic in that car was extreme. He was using lots of curves and everything to make that charge through the field, but that's how he rocks, Townsend. He's up on the wheel, it seems, all of the time.
Yeah, he's an aggressive driver. We go back to the LMP2 class, current leader, PJ Hyatt. How about that? Always a factor in this category. He's invested so much of his personal effort and time and money in making this program championship caliber. Kevin, they are at the top of their game right now.
And PJ in his very short time being a race car driver, very successful software business developer, sold that business, is all in motorsports.
Right, what happened? Tell me what happened.
He's won championships.
Can you tell me what happened?
And in the other car in GTD Pro, but he hasn't won this one. That's what he told me walking to his car before the race. I really want to win the Rolex 24. That's what's really left at this point. But even though the car is good, even though he's more comfortable here than he ever has been before, he knows so much can go wrong. I just have to do my job to get the superstars like Christian Rasmussen and Dave Cameron a chance to finish this one off. Matt.
Kevin Estre and taking over this 6, as well as Lawrence Vantler as the regular drivers of 2020.
Sorry about that. Hi.
Jonathan Duga, the race strategist on the 6, about a lap ago, told Kevin to be mindful of the shift light. He felt like looking at the telemetry coming from the car, he was shifting too late. And it's also going to be interesting when we start pit stops if they staggered the 7 and 6 Penske cars, or what they're going to do, because the way the stalls are lined out of pit lane, the 6 will have to go around the 7 on these very tight 20 by 18 boxes.
Oh shit. Can you see that, guys? How fast he's going?
To hear that on the shift light with Kevin Estre, Cal, because a lot of teams, and certainly was my preference, was to program a shift beat, so you never had to go out what you saw, it's just what you heard in your ear. As we take a look back to GTD Pro here with Corvette running 1-2.
It was interesting, though,
Wow.
even though they think he may be running higher RPM, he's actually got 1% more energy left on board right now compared to his teammate Nazar. So I think since he's got into that sail mode and he's in the draft of Nazar as well, Nazar's kind of cut through the air a little bit. So even though he's running the engine really strongly through the gears, it doesn't seem to be affecting his energy usage.
Draft is massive, especially for Nicky Katzberg right now, who runs second to his teammate Sims in the number 3.
It's looking at the track is pretty well lit.
You see the Corvettes there running nose to tail, and
Sims doesn't need to get right on the bumper of his teammate for right now. I'm sure he's happy to ride a little bit. He's going to probably go to about half throttle.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still sort of waking up this morning. I'm really sorry. I got up kind of late today.
And just give enough gas to maintain the gap, and you'll save mad fuel. It's super efficient. And you two both know too well.
Now let's watch that guy right here. Look at that shot right there. That's a cockpit right there.
And what I mean is the 3 has had the lion's share of the limelight within this organisation for a long
How
time.
cool does that look? That's much better, right?
I mean,
that really doesn't matter at this point. This is a shot right here, boys.
Yeah, and I think this is the season to do it. Tommy Milner's very much on his game.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
One of the fastest drivers in the GT field, so they got all of the tools. It just seemed last year they got
hell yeah, that's better, ain't it, lads? The framing.
Circumstances during the races, pit stops and things like that, how they came out into traffic, and I think they're very determined to turn the tables a little bit. But the 3 squads, so experienced. Sim's got that GTD Pro Championship last year. He won the GTP Championship just 2 years prior to that with Action Express Racing before moving back to GT competition. He is stoic. He's got Antonio Garcia. He's got the 6-pack times, and I don't mean in terms of his abs, but he's got 6 championships. Yeah, they can't be too much in cruise mode, the Corvettes, because not
GT3 Racing, he's back. Look at that.
Sun Energy Mercedes. That's a car and a manufacturer that's always strong here at Daytona. As we go back to GTD, where the Mercedes leads in class with Philip Ellis and Wingwood Racing.
Let's enjoy this ride for a moment. Into the Le Mans chicane.
Status down to 29%, so roughly what 30 laps.
What was that? Just hit the screen there.
Expect about 9 or 10 more before we start to see the GTD
Splat.
class for their first scheduled stops. Exactly.
All right, pit stops. Oh, the Rexy. That's Rexy right there.
In GTD Pro, Nick Tandy. That's one of the
Those gold teeth is for every win they have. 77. Yeah, oh, he must be starting pretty far back then.
He's back in GTD cars, and that's going to give us a lot to look forward to this year. Meanwhile, LMP2, and one of the cars that had trouble, the 18 of Naveed Brown, the Euro Motorsport car, he's back out there in that. Here's Nick Tandy.
Number 77, Rexy has the bright green dinosaur liveried car up ahead, just going through turn 6 on the head of this pack. And for all these drivers right now, they have a huge responsibility because they're the starting drivers in the first stint of the race to give critical information to their teammates. As we take another look at what happened in LMP2, you had the 43 coming out of the pits, that's Clark, and then 3 wide at the apex of turn 3 is the 73.
Yeah, that's a good move. Yeah, it's still a long way to go. Might as well yield now and then attack later.
18. That's Raul, exactly. Yeah. He's several laps down though. 5
They
laps
fucked
down,
that up there.
Bronze drivers, they play such a significant part in success because they have to qualify the car, they have to start the races. Certainly in the sprint race, that really sets the table. Obviously, you get many resets. Now here's where one of these endurance races.
Oh.
I just was going to talk about decision making.
Decision making, yeah, when you're lapping traffic.
Cars are going to stay left, but what if they're side by side racing each other? Does that drive a down to your car?
Here we go. Get right down into that corner. Left. Power. Maximum power. Well, he just gained that time, and he's got a great... There we go. He'll have a go somewhere.
You really got to understand the race. All of these
Cut back, get the power down.
And the bronze drivers that are starting these LMP2 cars, they may give them just a little bit more space through some of these corners. It gets
You're on top of him now.
In the race, because the drivers are changing constantly. You come up against a car, 2 laps
Follow the-
later, that car's pitted, different driver behind, they will do something very
Tight on the
differently.
Ferrari. Stay tight on the Ferrari.
You want to know that information. Who's behind the wheel in the out-of-class car as well?
Such a great point, and the best spotters in this business.
Oh
take
yeah, get the power down
impeccable notes
inside.
Of all of those driver names, and they watch
He did
all
close
the
up there.
practice to allow the driver they're spotting.
Should have stayed behind the Ferrari. Pulled it after.
What to expect.
Think about Nick Tandy there, sitting
Trying to get that top speed on him.
Porsches fly by, knowing that he drove one of those cars for victory. I don't think Nick was happy about that, but when you reflect back on that season that he and Nazar had last year, they were almost unbeatable at the beginning. On the first 3 rounds.
Oh, to be a spotter would be so tricky, right?
The championship season unravel like it did for Nick Tandy and Felipe Nasr to eventually finish 3rd in the championship standing.
I'll be like, no.
Teammates win with Matty Campbell and Matthew Gemini.
Yeah, we got a like. Thanks for the like.
This is where we were on board with Kevin Astra. This is what the aerial shot looked like.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
fucking
Kevin Astra
hell.
right here got big eyes, like, oh, I might be able to get my teammate. He squares off the exit. Look at how he backs up in the middle and squares it off to get a perfect run. It's like standing up a MotoGP bike at corner exit. He's got to run, but he's got nowhere to go. And then I feel like the voice of Roger Penske came on in his head, not in his ear, but in his head, and said, calm down, protect the equipment, it's early. Very early.
I'll be like, no. I want to lead.
This is where the decision making has to be at a premium for 23 plus hours. Then you put it all on the line that we've seen in the highlights.
I would go and want to be out there leading to see what my car's like. Sorry, I ain't come to. There's plenty of time.
First and second in the race overall, first and second in GTD Pro. Immediately
I would want to say I led all the way.
Nicky Katzberg. And there are celebrities and fans everywhere, including this man here, the fastest man on the planet. There he is, JS. James Stewart, Hall of Famer on 2 wheels. We'll talk a little bit of that in 4 wheels when we come back with you.
Meet our mole, Alexander Hill.
My eyes and ears have been hacked, and whoever did this is using the information to compromise operations all over the world.
We either save the mission or save his life.
You have to win. I can't be
More dog pictures.
What are you going to do?
whatever it takes. What happened to you? Top secret spy agency's trying to kill me because my eyes and ears have been hacked.
It all starts at the plant. Fix-It Fuel brings outdoor power equipment back to life. 50
So what
to 1
next?
Phoenix delivers better starts,
Right.
better performance, and equipment
What
health.
next? I would be going
Our
for it,
built
but like,
for
no, I want to
extreme
lead.
performance
Sorry, my
and
car's
toughest
faster.
conditions.
Because then you can build a gap.
When it matters
Especially
most,
when it comes to the pit
choose
stops, which are
VT
coming up
Racing
shortly.
Small engine fuels and lubricants.
Pit stop heaven.
What is it that makes an SUV extraordinary?
Is it the capability to grow?
Is it the capability to do fuck all?
What about putting safety first?
Oh.
I'll just mute you, because I can't be asked. Damn. Fucking hell. Sitting here chilling, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit here and chill. It's still early yet though, so we've got loads of time left yet. And we're back. We
Always great to have these high
Yeah.
center of racing. And yes, there's been a change at the front.
You just gotta be on. We just gotta have to be on, aren't we?
Long stint at the front has a little bit of a different look to it at the moment. You kind of have that feeling that this is going to go on for such a long time between the 6 and the 7. WeatherTech Weather Report, pleased to say this is one of the better years. Even though when we woke up this morning,
but the entire Daytona Beach area was just swamped with fog, and that was not much to complain about. When we know that a big portion of this country is facing severe weather.
Oh, yeah.
We're showing the replay for the pass for the lead.
And I think they've been
Kevin Estra took it.
within the team for Nasser to maybe let Kevin go so we can get a little bit of feel maybe for having clean air on the front end of his Porsche. You're always trying to dial these cars in Townsend by running in traffic. You don't get a true feel for what the race car will give you.
Yeah, and you've seen the benefit of Estra, who followed Nasser for most of this first stint. He's got 1% better energy remaining, so a little more efficient running in the toe. Maybe they wanted Nasser to have a chance to sort of level out and maybe extend to the same lap for their first pit stops. But they'll be coming soon. I'll bet one more lap, Cal. We'll see these guys come to pit lane, if not this lap.
Another minute or two.
Energy levels represented on your screen. It is so low. Look top left. That's why they're diving to pit road.
Both of them are in.
It's so good to get this first stint out of the way as they pit Matt Yoakum's there.
Like a team.
No changes on the over-the-wall guys for the 7 of Felipe.
Now, here's the other thing too. These guys could be really fast. Alright, these guys could be really fast, but they could be shit. They could be shit on fuel economy. That's the thing.
Gonna go with VP Racing Fuel, gonna double stint those tires, trying to get the exit out. A good aim for Nasser.
So they're not going to change the tire, they're just going to refuel him.
The fuel and the energy, but you can just see the heat coming off the brakes and the tires, but the crew members taking a look at those new Michelin
Just to stop and go with fuel.
tires. A great new look on them. Looks a little bit like a reptile, but it helps the driver.
Right.
With those tires,
So now we're going to change the lead because of the pit stops. How much further
The heart of racing, Aston Martin, is
will the BMW and the Acura be able to go? And if they can go an extra lap now,
had a chance to win at Petit Le Mans, ended up finishing second, but it's been a little different challenge. Remember, this is their first Rolex 24. They haven't had quite the straight line pace so far this weekend. Ian James, the team owner, said really it's just still collecting information. We want to run all 24 hours, score as many points in the season-long championship as we can. Ron Dunn stays in the car.
a lot of work still to do.
And I wonder if they orchestrated that change for the lead so that the Kevin Estra car didn't have to go around Nasser into the pit box.
Absolutely right. Let's go down to the 31 on pit lane.
Still a long way to go.
Right, Calvin, that really helped take out
Doesn't look like there's many people there.
Contact on pit lane. Meanwhile, Big Red, the car
Looks like the worst fucking turnout for a start of Daytona ever.
Indy and Petit Le Mans getting full service there on the wheel in Cadillac. The
That's
car
fucking
has been
terrible.
strong. November test, the roar before the 24, a little hiccup in qualifying. Keep your eye on that Cadillac Racing wheel in 31. They are going to be there at the finish.
Good stuff. Good to see those opening stops done and away and get back onto it, especially after the kind of stop-start early hour we had. Well, it's not just four wheels here, as you know. Daytona Supercross, part of the Monster Energy SMX World Championship, is such an important race on the annual calendar. And one of the rock stars, one of the all-time rock stars of the sport, is our very own James Stewart. Today he might win Dad of the Year award. He's brought his two sons here to watch the Rolex 24 at Daytona. It's always great when he joins us on the broadcast to get James' perspectives. He loves four wheels as well, and he's on the Peacock Pick Bots. But we won't
Hell yeah!
You're right. You just enjoy your time with Stephen.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I'm enjoying my time. I mean,
Please leave a comment.
Carry handling Scott Taylor's taking my kids around.
Put a comment. Tell me if you're watching the race yourself.
I told him make sure we get some shirts, some stickers. I'm gonna use it against him. But no, it's been awesome being here.
I saw the boys enjoying it. I also love the shortcut that you had when you were racing back in because you got the grid line.
Yeah.
Style looks really good. What has your first Rolex experience been like, though?
I don't want to send Tracy an
really
invite.
cool. I mean, obviously it's a little different for me because I can get behind the scenes and check the cars out, but it's nice to be here as almost a fan because I can't believe how close the fans get to the cars and just being all the drivers and stuff. Kind of reminds me of what we do in Supercross, but I was just really impressed. I'm like, is this all the crew? And Scott was like, no, these are the fans. You come here. So the atmosphere has been good. And and really just watching my kids, you know, seeing the cars, because they play all the race car games, and coming here in real life, it's been pretty good.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
I think what gets sometimes overlooked, right, is the crowd is in the infield. The infield is just electric. And these cars, they're like spaceships. Like, if you get up to them close, it's crazy. All the gauges and adjustments the driver has behind the wheel, they're busy.
Yeah, no, and how small it is. I mean, it does look like a space
compact,
shuttle
yeah.
thing, and just seeing
It's like a
the
fighter
double
pilot.
clutches and just all the stuff that goes on, and even talking to some of the team managers, how it's not, when you go racing, it's about who's the fastest, how you get around the track. This is a lot of strategy, so seeing this and how it plays out and having a different teammate.
A lot of strategy, yeah, he's right.
Really
he's
cool.
right.
And being here the first time, and pretty much any car race, it's a lot gnarlier than I thought.
I want to know your relationship with this racetrack, because it is your home race. There's a love part of it. You won a couple of times here. There's also maybe the hate part of it. You had one of the worst wrecks of your entire career here. What do you think about when you race
tires
here at
already.
Daytona yourself?
I mean, Daytona's always been special because, you know, obviously with the racetrack, it's unique. It's different than any other circuit. And when the driver, excuse me, he got out, he was talking to the medical. I'm like, I know that feeling. I know where he's going right now. It's a nice little center over there. But it's always special. And coming here today, my kids are like, oh, they're going to be jumps. And I'm like, no, there'll be no dirt here. This is where the street part is. And again, being here and from the Supercross to here, all the fans, it just reminds me of home. So it's a special place.
Your analysis was dead on, because when that car lost
Oh,
control, he
shit.
went from a driver to a rider.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what happens
Oh,
in these
shit.
situations. What's the day in store? So you hung out with us a little bit. You got the kids around here. You got
What the hell happened there?
I will tell, if a fan's never been here,
What the hell happened to that Ferrari?
infield. It's like a car show out there.
No, it literally is. I mean,
It is like
when
a
you
car
watch it
show.
on
Look
TV,
at
when
that.
you get here in real life, it's a whole different perspective. And, you know, being here, I mean, it's always
That's
nice to
not
see you guys
good.
on TV, leading all those, but coming here to event and having the fans is really cool. And especially to be able to share this moment with my kids and just seeing their faces. They don't get like this with Supercross. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, I guess it's something that they can kind of relate to with the cars. It's really cool.
Well, speaking of, Anaheim 2 tonight at 7. Give me the little, that your brother was in that crazy wreck with Marshall right earlier a couple weeks ago. Give me the, what your analyst said. I ain't gonna put you to work on like Lee said he would. So give me the heads up, what's going on so far, what should we expect?
Well, we had a lot of guys switch teams. You know, Eli Tomac, which I would say is more the fan favorite. He's a little bit older, but this guy switched over to KTM, and I got to
Oh
say,
yeah,
it's been the best I've ever
clean
seen
that
look.
shocking hell. There's shit on it already, look.
Teach a old dog new tricks. Well, Eli.
Oh yeah, clean that shit out. They'll be doing that all race long.
With Chase, and then you got the young guys, Hay Deegan and all that. It's gonna be pretty good. I think this night, tonight.
Can you imagine doing it solo? I've been thinking about this recently.
But for Chase Sexton and all these guys, they really got to try to stop this momentum, because what we're witnessing right now, this guy's on form. We're probably looking at the best he's ever has in his career.
You see the GTD Pro Stops continuing. So I got to tell you, I love your style in the booth. I think you bring some comedy and levity to what Diff and Ricky are doing. Do you have any Diff stories for us that you can say on the air?
I mean, is this live right now?
Yeah, it is.
We're live, baby. We're live.
We'll wait to the commercial break. If you want to replay it, we can. But no, it's been cool. It's such a family, and you know.
Probably certain things you can't say.
Really understanding there's so much more that goes into the car racing. It's the same thing on
Oh,
TV,
so we're all gentlemen here, darling. We're all gentlemen here.
James Townsend Bell up here in the booth. Great to have you here. I'm just curious watching you, because on the racetrack right now, there are drivers that are known for going deep on the brakes and sending it harder into the brake zones than others. You were that guy in your Supercross career. Nobody would send it harder or farther than you did.
Are we live right now? Yeah, baby. We live, baby.
What is it, or what was it at that
Fucking
time
that guy
in your
there.
inner voice that gave you the confidence to go bigger and push harder than anybody else?
I still try to wonder that now. Like, I watch all the old replays of the races, and I know the outcome, and I get scared watching my own self. But I don't know, there was a voice in my head. It was probably telling me not to do it, but you know, we're all racers, and there's just an aspect of I just wanted to win. So I was pretty much anything goes, anything it took to get it done. That's what
Trying to get good angles here.
Like I said, I ended up in that medical center over there, but it was worth it.
Calvin, go ahead. You have a question.
Yeah, James Calvin here in the booth. Great to see you, mate. And for a race car driver competing at Daytona, winning at Daytona, so special. You've done it a couple of times on two wheels. What did it mean to you in your career?
I mean, it was huge. The first time I came here was 2004, and I remember winning. And my celebration at that point, I felt like I had.
You know, there's people just there taking photographs
around, you know, NASCAR, and that's when we went. I broke the 3 in the middle, so for Dale Earnhardt. So I'll never forget it.
That's
it
it.
was a nice
Come on,
race.
boy, get out of here.
It was the
You're
first
going
year
too
it was a
slow.
nice race. So being a part of that, and then coming and having the wall jumps. I always remember every single Daytona race, whether it was a mud race or a win or doing the wall jump. It's been special, and I think that just being here with my hairdressers, all my friends from school, it was pretty cool. So it's been a special moment, a place for me.
So we've heard from Calvin and Townsend. You got nothing, Diff. I mean, your booth mates here hanging out with us.
That's because he knows he's got to work this
I'm just happy that he is here, because when we sit in the booth and I get to be the ultimate spectator listening to the two legends in Ricky Carmichael and James Stewart speak while we're having a cup of coffee and we do a track walk or whatever, and so I get spoiled. So I'm just proud of my mate that he's here watching, you know, another part of motorsport that I love so much as well. So it's really cool to have Stu here.
Well, I got to hang out in the booth with you one day in Nashville, and what I will say about Supercross is much like his reaction here. I'm proud of what we do on the television coverage for motorsports, whether it's 2 or 4 wheels, but nothing's like in person, right? When you see that 450 grab a handle and jump a triple in person, my jaw drops. And you see them go 200 miles an hour here, your jaw drops. And it's so great to see whether it's a rider or a driver at their best. It's unbelievable.
No, it is, and I kind of had somewhat of an ideal listening to you guys. I mean, my job is trying to explain it to the people who's not here how exciting it is, and we do our best, but literally coming here is a whole different level. So I'm just proud, and being around you guys is pretty special. I can't wait.
Anaheim 2 on Peacock tonight. Talk about the ultimate second screen experience. If you can have one tab open for the Rolex 24, one tab for Supercross tonight, and catch it all right here on Peacock.
Here we fucking go. Let's get it, boys.
Full rhythm now, and these teammates still dueling it out. And Pratt Miller, Corvette Racing.
Kevin Estra is first. What did we not expect? Don't ever count out Kevin Estra. He's the best. All right, mark your calendars. March 21st, 2026. March 21st.
We're always searching for new air to breathe. We get lost, find our way, and choose to get lost again. We
Look at trucks right there.
Let's go places.
Let's go places. Now there is a truck I like there actually.
Understand the physical performance of the 2026 Acura Integra. All you need to do is drive it.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
Let's see if I can.
Mr. Claus, you forgot this.
Oh. It's never too late for an unforgettable gift. We're routing to Timmy's house. Hurry into the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration now.
There's a lot of science that goes into making sure this helmet protects me. The same is true of the Colgate Total Active Prevention System.
It's 15 times more effective at fighting the root cause of oral health problems.
Try the
Another
Colgate Total
break.
Active Prevention
Break.
Prevent problems before they start.
This is it. This is what they're fighting
Everybody
for.
was really excited for Dad to be there. We were going into a really different pond. You know, we're going to drive a car that's way more sophisticated with drivers that are road course experts, you know, specialists. He didn't act like, boy, I'm going to light the world. I'm going to show you guys. Or, you know, I'm Dylan Hart, move out of the way. Give me my space.
Are you enjoying it? You getting a kick out of this? Bigger kick than you'd believe.
In Dad's mind, and he was so smart, he's like, just don't do anybody no good if we're crashed and broke.
I would say he seems very, very smooth out there. He's got the look of a long-distance racer.
He just didn't put any pressure on himself.
He is passing people right and left.
You look like a happy man out there. I'm going to stay in there another 10.
We
Yeah.
never went in thinking we had a chance to win the whole thing. We were just thinking more about trying to place well in our class. I think Dad was extremely proud of that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Cars are on display 25 years ago. That race occurred. I want to say, great to hear the voices.
Hell fucking yeah. And it's got a dashboard in it too, like a normal Corvette.
Commentary or interviewing.
You can buy that. You can buy these now, cheap as fuck in America. Cheap as fuck.
Andy Pilgrim and Kelly Collins. The race-winning car was the number 2 of Frank Freon, Chris Neifel, Johnny O, that's Johnny O'Connell, and Ron Fellows, who is here today. Take it away, Natty.
Well, Lee, going out to the grid, I walked past the Chevrolet Experience, which really was the location of the original Victory Lane when this guy won here in 2001. And you could see the emotion on the faces, and I'll let you listen in a little bit of Dale Earnhardt Jr. That was a magical Rolex 24 for so many reasons.
Yeah, incredible for the entire Brett Miller Corvette Racing organization to have the privilege of having the Earnhardts with us. And I mean, they did a great job and absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, for us obviously to not only get the class win but get an overall win. There's the watch. It was a real breakout year for Corvette racing in general, and then to have that kind of profile for all of us with both Dale Sr. and Dale Jr. with us, it was just absolutely magical, and I got goosebumps talking about it. It's hard not to get emotional, particularly when we lost Dale Sr. 3 weeks later. So yeah, just a terrific.
Oh, they lost him
effort.
3 weeks later. Fucking hell.
Where we had come from, the goal in '99 when we came here was let's just finish. 2000, it ended up being a GT battle again for overall. We were on the wrong end of, I think it was 30.8 seconds to the Vipers for overall, and I remember being in the car at the end thinking, just so disappointing. We may never get another shot at an overall win again, and then
We talk about this event being a global all-star event. We've seen so many all-stars from another discipline come in, and you've been a part of that several times. What was Dale Earnhardt, Big E, like away from his discipline and something entirely new?
It was, they fit right in, completely humble, looking for as much help as possible, and again, they didn't come in like they were any kind of superstars. They just wanted to be here, compete, get the job done, and fit right in. They were
That Ford overtook the fucking McLaren. And then that Porsche is way off the pace.
Just clarification, Ron thought it was 30.8 seconds. It's actually 30.879, so make sure he gets that decimal point.
30.879.
I'll update him with that. And when you want to talk about when I walked past the Chevrolet Experience, it was almost like there was Elvis. All these fans were all over, all around Ron, loving to hear the old stories. And I'll throw in one last thing. He won in NASCAR trucks. He won in NASCAR Xfinity. Almost won in the late Dale Earnhardt's #1 car at Sonoma. That's how much.
Yeah. Oh, that Ford just caught up by miles. Because he got slowed. The second place got slowed down there.
All right, Matt, now you can tell him about the time difference.
Okay, now back to the time. You've got the time wrong, but I'll get with you later on, my friend.
There was an incident a little earlier that you saw when we were talking to James Stewart with one of the two Triassi Ferraris. There's one in GTD, one in GTD Pro. Kevin, tell us more.
So let's watch this here. I have not seen this live yet, but I got there shortly after this pit
Oh,
stop
the
about
fire.
15 minutes ago.
There's a fire there.
Crew members were rubbing their eyes because the smoke filled the entire tent. And then I was a little bit concerned, but happy to report that I chatted with Alessio Rivera, who got out of the car.
A fire on pit road is a bad.
As well, James Collado is in the car, but for a brief moment, just a little bit too much of a fuel flow is what I'm.
Yeah, maybe the
told there.
heat.
And that brought some extra smoke, but no real
They're still in
issues
it.
with the program at Triassi.
The Valkyrie powering past him.
To drive at about 180 miles an hour on the racetrack. I don't think the driver was ready to launch when the crew member's like, dude, you're fine. Your car caught on fire, but whatever. Just go. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Been in that situation before.
Airflow's
And,
better.
It's disturbing.
Fucking hell, here come the big boys around again.
On board with the 24. Team WRT, yes, that's one of the big stories of the off-season. Changing over, the news broke late last year, right before the Road America round, that Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan would no longer be teamed with BMW M Motorsport to run these two GTP cars, and it would go to the Belgian team, WRT, which is incredibly successful. And here on cue, the Team WRT, GTP, BMW...
Van der Thor, he's a good driver.
Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan.
Kind of wonder if Green Ventura saw that papaya McLaren, that number 59, and thought, well, they lost the program. I wonder if they're going to be helpful as I come by here. He was wisely a little bit.
Wow, he is really trying to get past that yellow Porsche.
Decision making. You want your driver to be employed at 22:30 left on the clock right now. So good heads up decision. I'm a little surprised though, Cal, that the BMW is not. A
it's generally the golden rule is that the overtaking car has to make the move clean. If you just come in, just leave a comment just to say who you are. If you don't mind, I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get as much coverage of the 24 hours of Daytona as we can. So leave a comment if you don't mind, or a like. That'd be nice as well. Thank you very much.
We're just going to reset everything. Maybe moving forward,
I'm just going to sit here, do a bit of self-commentary.
BOP process, 3 races at a time.
We've had a manic, crazy first hour. The first hour there was like two yellow flat, 2 safety cars.
Back in 2023,
You're going to pop to the bathroom.
Some adjustment from this point forward. So hate to read too much into it this early in the race, Lee, but maybe they're a little bit lacking in performance.
You know, Lee, one of the things I like about GTP right now is the span of mass of the car is pretty narrow. On the heavier side is the Acura GTP at 1041 kilos, and the lightest car in class is the Aston Martin right now, just 11 kilos lighter. So across 5 different manufacturers in GTP, just 22 pounds difference. I love the parity when you play it like that.
That is such the resume you look at on the left-hand side. There's 70 championships and huge race and championship victories. It shows you a little bit more of the Team WRT history. By the way, team principal Vincent Voss is going to join us a little later in the booth. Super famous in Europe. Super famous with sports car fans all around the world, but great to see Team WRT here in the USA.
It really is just a powerhouse team. They run these cars over in the World Endurance Championship, had a couple of years with them there. So I think what every team is looking at doing, Townsend, is reflecting on the season, saying how do we move the bar up? How do we get to victory lane more regularly, go for a championship? They elected to put drivers on both programs. Reese Van Toor, Sheldon Van Lander, for example, have been running both World Endurance Championship and in the IMSA Championship last year with RLL, of course. So there's that information flow, but they believe by having the same team and organisation do it, there'd be less of a filter. That'd be more immediate.
Sorry, but I just had to go to the bathroom. My first pit stop. What did I miss?
I think when we go back to the aero kit adjustments for some of the manufacturers in GTP this season, I think one of the biggest challenges is if you look at World Endurance Championship or here in the IMSA Championship, most tracks you want the most downforce that you can get out of your car. Give it the most stick in the corners. But the 2 biggest races on the schedule, Cal, Le Mans and Daytona.
Oh, somebody's off.
Be low drag, and this guy just dragging it. That's the 31 Wayland Cadillac. He's taken the infield loop. That must have been right after the kink, I believe. He went off.
So he's okay though.
Shortcutted the course by going inside turn 5.
Yeah, and I think the officials may look at this sector time here and make sure he didn't gain too much time with that.
I don't even know if they'll score him this lap though, for shortcutting that dramatically as opposed to trying to take that time to get back on.
He almost needs to give it up right now. Most of the team will be saying, really bail out of this, make sure this lap isn't like a new track record, because he certainly took a major shortcut.
Huge traffic coming up on the AO Racing Porsche, Turner Motorsport BMW, one of the Ferraris.
Oh, nobbled him.
Now he misses that Rolex sign there.
So really he was by that car, wasn't he?
Does IMSA want him to take that Shortcut inside. We ride on board. You'll see that Ferrari to the left. And oh, he's so lucky to avoid that Rolex banner because those things have sandbags.
I think that was James Collado in the Triassic Ferrari.
Fucking hell.
I would argue this
That
is
was
the
close.
smarter decision.
Ooh.
If I'm race control, I would want the driver in that situation. But he is, you know, basically not completing a full lap.
Yeah, that was not a brilliant lap, so they may be okay with that corner timing scoring. That was a 142 compared to the leaders 139, so maybe no advantage turns in.
Yeah, it was a couple inches, Diff, that he messed the
It's more like he got forced off, really.
Torn up the bodywork big time.
Initially won the pole, got stripped of the pole for an infraction post-qualifying. Jack Aitken worked his way through, but then got a restart penalty. And then, with that off-track action as well, unfortunately, the 31 Cadillac Racing Wheel and Action Express machine.
Jensen Button!
Look who's in the house. A man who's done this event and many more around the world. Oh, and by the way, happens to be a Formula One world champion as well. Jensen Button. We hear from JB when we come back.
At the plant. Fix-It Fuel brings outdoor power equipment back to life. 50-to-1 premix delivers better starts, better performance, and equipment health. Our lubricants are built for extreme performance in the toughest conditions. When it matters most, choose VP Racing small engine fuels and lubricants.
Somewhere on a stretch of road in a town you never heard of, there's a Chevy truck. And the person who drives it, well, that's a Chevy person. You probably know one. Your buddy. Your sister. The ones who always show up.
Yep, let's go.
They don't need permission to get going. They're the first to rise, the last to leave. They all have that little extra, something. And maybe you got it too.
Michelin is the official tire of IMSA. From the track to the street, perform on all roads with the legendary collection of Michelin Pilot Sport tires. Ready for track-inspired technology? Michelin recommends TireRack.com as your source for the Pilot Sport family of tires. Learn more at TireRack.com/pilot.
Oh, I need to come clean. I don't remember algebra. Are they letters? Are they numbers? Pick one, algebra. I'm getting an A.
Cottonelle leaves you so clean, you'll want to come clean about everything else.
I mentioned going to the break that we've got 2009 F1 World Champion Jensen Button in the house, but in addition to that, he's done so many cool things over the years in his career, including
Yay, JB!
at the 2023 Le Mans 24-hour with Jimmy Johnson and Mike Rockefeller. This car just captivated people, Cal.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing, Lee. We were there for that event celebrating the 100th running of the Le Mans race, and listening to that car go down the Mulsanne was something else.
All right, enough of the highlights, pictures. Let's hear from the man himself. He's on the Peacock Pit
That's
Box
cool.
with Marty and Steve.
So when you add into that, doing the Rolex 24 in 2024, which he finished on the podium for, and a couple of cup races in there as well. So what was that Garage 56 experience like, Jensen?
Well, the first time I drove it was actually here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it wasn't a great experience. I remember I went to Rubens Barrichello's house before I came here for the test. He went, "I hope they're paying you well." I was like, "Why?" And I jumped in and I was like, "Oh, okay." So initially it did not work. You know, it took a long time for me to get up to speed in it. But when I did, I loved it. And the development that we did up until Le Mans was massive, the improvements. So yeah, driving in Le Mans, I felt very privileged to drive that car. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I know we didn't race against anyone as such, but it was a mega car around Le Mans.
And Steve, I'm sure that NASCAR horsepower sounded good too.
Oh, yeah, but I know what he's needing. You take an overpowered, very heavy car.
You can hear him, right?
It didn't start very well, but when they got the weight pulled out, got the dive planes on,
there you
it was
go.
pretty impressive.
We can see both.
You're here, you're
We can see both now, so we got.
We keep trying to explain the
So we can still see this and this.
like, you probably could compare it to
What's up,
everywhere,
guys?
everywhere. the Rolex, where does it stack up of all the great things you've been a part of?
Well, for me, endurance racing is where it's
Say
at.
hello
You know,
in the
I
comments.
loved my career in F1 and 17 years of
Mr.
it.
Africa, I'm not sure if you're still in
The reason why I
here.
retired when I did was so that I could go and race on other things. And I've done a lot of different types of racing around the world. And you know, the Daytona 24 and obviously Le Mans, the two ones.
Here he is, 93. He's having a go.
Racing.
I'm having a go.
I love the
Send it
team
in.
effort that goes into
Send it
the
in there, kid.
camaraderie between teammates and how your teammates.
Oh, the Cadillac's got him for third.
Differently to you, but you still want the same from it. So it's really interesting, and it's tough to find a team of people that really work and you get that camaraderie. And I had it last year when I was racing in Black with Obamba and Seb Bourdais. Those very vocal characters on the radio, but amazing to work with because the experience they had. So yeah, I never got to race here with them, but I raced with Winteller Racing and had a really good time. And to be fair, it was kind of one of the first times I drove.
This is the hard corner, turn one there. Down into turn one, that's a great overtaking opportunity.
I love this race. I love how competitive it is now. So many manufacturers, so many great drivers from
Bus
around
stop.
the world, all different types of motorsport coming in a race. In GTP, but also in LMP2, a car that is never going to go away. I think everyone loves that car, and a massive field of GT cars. It's nuts out there. It really is. There's not a moment of rest for these guys, and that's what makes this race so special. There is really no rest.
So after the 8 hours of Bahrain in November, you said, that's it. Is that really it? Are you really done? No more racing for you after that?
Well, we just talked about...
Yes, we did.
We just talked about NASCAR going to San Diego.
Yeah,
That's kind of like local race now, would be.
Yeah,
so,
right. You're in LA now.
There's anyone that's got a truck
We got
that
a
wants
lot
me
of
to drive
deals
it?
done up here on the pit box. You hear that, NASCAR teams? Jensen's looking for a ride in San Diego.
Truck, Xfinity, whatever, doesn't matter, you know.
It's got a wheel and a gear stick. I'm there. Let's do it. And I love that now about cars.
Oh shit, he just cut him off.
It has its place. The technology that we have here in IMSA and in WEC is phenomenal. It really is. And in terms of the technology that we have inside the car, you're able to do more.
Hey everybody, hey.
You know, we have traction control here. There's many other switches that we do and programming it and what have you. So it's very busy, which is great. But I also love the old school. I love when you get in a car, there's 3 pedals and a gear stick and a steering wheel, and it's just there's a real connection there. So I do a lot of historic racing. I've got a C-type Jag, I've got an E-type Jag, I've got a couple of other things that I love bombing around in. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. But yeah, I would love to do a truck race if it's possible.
That's outstanding. So you mentioned how hard these are to drive. For the fan at home, kind of stack that up. Like, what is a GTP car? Where does it stack up as far as like grip, performance, driver required, all of those things?
Well, they look quick. They look amazingly quick. Even
So do subscribe if you'd like to watch more racing content, POVs.
They all look really different, which is nice. You know, they don't all look the same, even though they have very similar regulations. They're not that quick in corners. You know, when you go to the slow speed corners, the GT cars are almost as quick. It's the straight line speed, it's the high speed efficiency of the car that works really well. They're quite heavy. So it's like a big GT car, really. And I think that's why the likes of Estra are so good in these cars, because you have to drive it a bit aggressively. And it's so much fun, the racing. That's the bit that I love the most. Whether you like the way the systems are, you know, put that aside, the racing is so good. And that's what it's all about. I don't care what I'm driving. It doesn't matter how quick it is. If the racing's good, that's what matters.
There is something you mentioned, LMP2, and I'm in the bucket of people that love that class because the lack of politics and rules in this. It's the same chassis, same power plant. Line them up, put an AM driver in, and see who can do the best for 24 hours. There's something magical about that.
There is, and I think you've got professional racing drivers racing in LMP2. You've got silvers, you know, normally the young stars of the future, and then you have the AMs. And from what I heard, there's a guy that's 70 years old, racing in LMP2, and I love that. I mean, obviously
70.
You need to know how much experience these guys have had before you put them in a race like this that you're doing 200 miles an hour behind us. But I really do like that about this category. But it's funny, it's the only category in the world where I've had my spotter tell me whether the guy in front is an AM or he's a pro. So every time you come behind a guy, he goes, it's an AM in front. So okay. now I know how to place my car, what to look out for.
Extra few feet.
You do a great job on Sky Sport for F1 coverage. I'm curious, how do you see the sport differently now that you're on the broadcasting side versus the driving side?
When I'm in the booth doing commentary, it's like the first removed from driving the car, you know, because I am the first one commenting on what's going on, the adrenaline side, the emotion side, and I really enjoy that. Yeah, it's obviously different. You know, for me, I'm a
Another round of pit stops coming up.
I love driving whatever I can, and but I've had my time. You know, it's 17 years in Formula One, but I love watching from the outside at the moment, seeing how competitive motorsport is and how it's adored by fans around the world. You know, a sport that I've loved since I was 5 years old has such a big following at the moment. I think that's really good to see. And it's trickled down from F1 into every type of motorsport. You know, we have a bigger fan base.
Can you imagine having MX-5s on there as well at the same time?
And it's forever going. And what is great about motorsport is there's so many different types of categories that you can watch, right? You've got F1, pinnacle of motorsport, unbelievably quick. Racing, not so easy. And then you come here and you've got all sorts of different cars. Cars that look like spaceships, cars that look like something you've just seen around the corner in a fast food joint. So that's what I love about motorsport. It's mixed. There's something for everyone.
The Booth Boys have some questions. T-Bell, go ahead.
Hey, Jensen, thanks for joining us. I just wanted to tell you that at the top of the show, I circled Felipe Nasr as maybe the best driver in this field. You spent a couple years when he was in Formula One with Sauber. What do you remember about him at that time? And is the talent that he's displayed in IMSA to win the last 2 Rolex 24s, was that evident back in the day when he was in F1?
It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago that he was in F1. A long time ago that I was in F1. You know, he was very green then. But
Whoa!
there, you know,
Whoa! Did you see that one?
Character in terms of, you know, kind of aggressive driver on track, which I think.
Whoa! Did you see that?
Going for the gap. So no, I mean it's really tricky because every driver you see in F1 is unbelievably talented. So to pick them out is very difficult, especially with such a limited career in F1. But no, I think what's impressed me the most with him is how he found it difficult to adapt to these cars. You know, before we had this type of car, he was very quick every race, and then he struggled a little bit when he jumped in the Porsche in GTP. But he's been able to improve himself over the last few years, and you know, to have the consistency he has now, to be on it, to have confidence in himself, have confidence in the car. And that does take a bit of time for some people, but he's learned to adapt and he's had the mental capacity and confidence in himself to do that. Some of us wouldn't be able to when you have a first year in the car is quite tricky. So, no, he's obviously a great talent, but I wouldn't be able to pick for me the best driver out there. There's so many talented drivers. Obviously, my old teammate Earl Bamber's out there, and I've got a lot of respect for that guy. So he's on another planet in terms of what he can do with a race car.
Hey, Jensen, Calvin in the booth. Just found out some very important information, mate, that you and Townsend are sharing the same building contractor. So I just want to give you a word of warning, mate. When you kind of get the tab and you've got 4 garage doors on there and you only have 3 at your house, go for a coffee around Townsend. You might find where it went.
I was wondering why my house was taking so long. Now I know.
I'm a fire victim. Calvin's got like 3 to build because he lost them all in the fire. Yeah.
I will be speaking to Damien.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, always fun hanging out, Mason. Thanks for coming out. All right, Matt Yoko.
Well, Marty, strolling down Peel Inn, I walked into the Cadillac Racing Wayne Taylor pit stall, and I bumped into one of the coolest car guys, also has the greatest job. Mark Royce, General Motors, the president of such an iconic brand. You love racing ever since you were a kid. Can you describe just the emotions of seeing this grid overflowing and just the cool vibe?
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is my favorite race of the year, I gotta be honest with you. So coming down here and seeing this grow since, you know, some of the financial crisis stuff, you know, I credit Jim France and John Doonan and Ed Bennett. They've just grown it, and I'm so happy there's so many people here and then seeing the fans watching on TV. So it's really, it's my favorite race, and it's our favorite race because we're racing, you know, our prototype Cadillacs down here in the GTP class, of course, with our 5.5-liter bespoke Cadillac engines. We're doing that, and then
the blue one. That looks tight. That's a good livery.
The Corvettes, you know, in the Pro class, and we put polls together here this weekend, and so we're there. We got a little speed. The Cadillacs, this is the first time we've redone the aero package, so it's an Evo since the 2023 induction, so we're seeing a little bit of positivity there in terms of downforce and aero drag, so it's an exciting time. We're going to see what the cars can do, and I just couldn't be happier to be here, Matt, so thank you.
And there's so much excitement about the brand globally. You've got so many cool things in the future. And Jensen Button was talking about his time in F1, and I know you guys are so excited about the next chapter.
Yeah, we are. You know, the brand is on a roll here, and we got to keep it going. So nothing for granted. We're going to be the local entrance into Formula One, but I got to tell you, the team has worked so hard. I don't know if you saw the livery we introduced for the test. It had all the people's names on it that work for GM and Cadillac Formula One. So it's really exciting, and we rolled the car out here in Silverstone for the first time, and now we're on to Barcelona, and keep our nose to the grindstone, and we're happy to be there. We're happy for the opportunity.
Real quick, your father, the late Lloyd Royce, he was such a car guy, incredible philanthropist, and he loved racing to the core. He passed that on to you. What would he say seeing those yellow Corvettes out front, the Cadillacs having great runs? Because I can just see him up on top of that pit box listening on the radio.
Man, I just feel him actually here watching them, and I know he's happy. So, thank you.
He's a great car guy. What a great family. And I'll tell you what, to have the job like Mark Royce does every day, that's like winning the Powerball lottery. Be able to run such an iconic brand and all the racing that goes along with it. Spectacular.
Everything that they've got on their plate right now is a huge workload. And yes, people like Martin Royce, or especially Dr. Eric Warren, the Vice President of Global Motorsports, he goes straight from here to Barcelona for F1 testing. There's a lot going on in the world of Cadillac right now.
We're always searching for new air to breathe. We get lost, find our way, choose to get lost again. We are the detourists. Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
Understanding the visceral performance of the 2026 Acura Integra doesn't require a manual, but it helps. Really, all you need to do is drive it. Once you do that, you'll get it.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
Mr. Claus, you forgot this.
Oh. It's never too late for an unforgettable gift. We're routing to Timmy's house. Hurry, it's the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration now.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
There's a lot of science that goes into making sure
trimming those apexes through there, but they are pretty abrupt. You can damage the underside of the race car by the end of 24 hours. That will certainly limit the performance of the car. Side bets, what we're talking about there is tyre allocation. There's not enough tyres that the teams are allowed to run here where you can put a fresh set of Michelin tyres on every single stint. Some teams are elected to double stints. We saw at the beginning of the race here with GTP. Sometimes they just put one side on the car, so maybe just the right-hand side, keep the left side for a double stint. Then in-game energy. Yes, you need energy in the tank, but you also need it behind the wheel, Townsend.
I thought side bets was something the cart was starting down with some of the guests, but good stuff, Cal. You're absolutely right.
strategy is key here. You got to wonder for Nazar Nestre and Porsche Penske, was that change of position, was that strategic, or did something happen there on the track? Well, we know this happened on the track. Kenny Habul in the Sun Energy number 75. We saw a number of issues down in turn 1 this year with drivers getting backwards.
Good
there.
recovery.
I'm surprised it's been happening so much in GTD, and this looks like an answer to the question I just posed. It looks like a straight up pass with Nazar getting a run, but they're certainly not contesting the corner too fiercely, or maybe they are here.
Oh, Nazar for the lead. Nazar for the lead. Lead change.
Outside lane, I'll take it and run up front for a little bit.
This is an awesome fight here. GT
Oh, another one.
Problems for the 52 of Ben Keating. That's turn 6.
Yeah, he'd been having a great run. Was running in the 2nd position.
It's early.
25th start. He's had 9 doubles. He kind of made it his habit to run in 2 different classes here.
See what happened.
Rolex 24.
He spun on his own. And
Oh, yeah, he spun on his own.
I don't think he had any help from behind, but he was trying to fire off to the inside. He was quite low there for turn 6 at the exit.
Yeah, Kenny obviously recovering from his spin, maybe not up to full speed, and Ben just kind of tucked it to the inside, lit up the rear tyres. I mean, the key is speed over the radius. If you tighten up the corner, you got to be careful how you jump back on the power.
Well, this Ford Mustang diff has really come on strong, as has the McLaren with McDonald behind the wheel. 2 different classes here going at it as the 57 Russell Ward car takes the McLaren. So I think Corvette with Sims is going to be under some pressure here over the next couple laps.
On board, the Team RLL, McLaren, Dean McDonald. Have a look at that Winwood Racing Mercedes up ahead. The champs and the Rolex 24 winners.
Pretty impressive with Russell Ward now behind the wheel. Philip Ellis will be the finishing driver, just a stud behind the wheel, but Russell Ward's game has been up so dramatically. They're 2-time champs, going for 3 in a row. But Russell
Yeah, stay behind that car there. Try and keep on the back of those LMP2 cars for as long as you can if you're a GT3 driver.
All the pros in GTD Pro.
Watch Ford versus Chevy here. The Mustang.
Hell yeah.
At Daytona. Takes a
Here we go.
Trying to work the draft. See how aggressive Ravisha is here on the brakes.
Down into turn 1. Down into turn 1. Can he make it stick? No. No, but that'll put him off it.
Behind the wheel, trying to play wingman here for his teammate up in front.
This is epic. You got the defending race winner in Freddie Vavish up against the season-long champion Alexander Sims.
Yeah, he's chasing him now.
It's the first time to see it a couple of years ago. Really struggled with downforce. They tested the car prior to debuting it. With a lot more downforce. They went
Good decision from the Ford there.
They call it in terms of making sure it's within the regulations and the aero balance and downforce, and said, They had to run that first season. The car was dramatically trimmed out. They struggled that year.
Oh, he'll be able to overtake those guys on the back straight.
New lineups across the cars, and immediately had that big win here at the Rolex. But since last year, big Evo kit, you'll see some dive planes on the front end of that car. New brake package, new suspension, new wheel, in fact. This is the biggest improvements to actually improve the stiffness of the wheel. Really dramatically affect the handling of this race car. They seem to be really sporty right now.
Yeah, big time. So many variables for the engineers and the designers to toy with in the search for more performance. These are dicey moments right here, Diff, when LMP2 is coming through a fiercely contested GTD Pro battle. So many opportunities
for the win.
Things to go wrong and damage bodywork here early on.
How about the BMW, T-Bell? On the right-hand side of the screen. Keep an eye on it. It's coming through here. A couple of cars back. Max Hesse, the German, the 24-year-old German. This car was sent back to the back of the grid, being outside the rules as far as camber after qualifying, and it has worked its way all the way back up to now in 5th and fighting Dean McDonald for 4th. That is one heck of a comeback so early in the race.
And he's done it. If you look at that iHeartRadio car, not a scratch on it. So to come through the field with the restarts that happened early on and be unscathed and have track position is mighty impressive.
Really is. Paul Little Racing consolidating the effort from 2 cars last year down to 1, and they're really taking on the 4 full-time drivers here. Neil Verhagen, Connor Di Filippi will do all the sprints. Max Hesser joins them for the Endurance, and Dan Harper. Both Hesser and Harper were remarkable last year. A couple of wins at Watkins Glen and Petit. Finished 4th in the championship. It's a solid group. They don't have Lars Giersing, their long-term engineer. It's been many moons since we haven't seen him at the racetrack for Rolex 24.
That's Daniel Serra in the 62, shoving his way inside of Hess, and he has the position at the apex. We'll see how the BMW pulls back. But you can see Serra was flashing the high beams and coming through with authority. The 41-year-old out of Sao Paulo has been with Ferrari for many years now. Here the BMW has to run back to the high side.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, there's an
That's a good move right there.
Talk about the high-speed nature of Daytona. Certainly the Ferrari looks pretty tasty through the infield. Serra manages to hold on to that position. Knew his father Chico very well. Was over in Europe in the early 80s competing in Formula 3 when I shared a workshop with him when I first started my single-seater career. He went on to have a brief...
Hey everybody, welcome in.
Probably more famous for bringing Ayrton Senna.
Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for the like.
Operation. I'm going to bring you the man, in quotes. Finally, Ayrton Senna in the silver arrived, and the rest was in terms of how quick he was, the young Brazilian.
Look at this, 2 BMWs in a Ferrari racing world, so let's go straight to the top, to the CEO of the Ford Motor Company. Here's Jim Farley with Chris.
Jim Farley, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Lee. It has been busy at Ford Motor Company. Welcome back to the Rolex. Last year, double podium.
Oh, right on the outside there.
What is it like coming back here with a couple good bullets in the stable?
It's great. There are more fans than ever. I can't believe how many people are here. It is great to be here. Great to start the racing season.
That LMP2 really distributed there. Disrupted that Chevy there for sure. I would love to see that Ford win. Ford Club. Yeah, of course it is. That's why you got no mechanics. They've got no mechanics. This guy, don't listen to him. He's got no mechanics.
We're right on time, but we have a lot of work to do over the next 2 years. We also have Formula 1 PU going on too. So, yeah, our engineers are flying around the world. We're very busy right now.
You talk a lot about milestones. I know this year marks the 1-2-3 finish in 1996. And we're coming up already on, geez, it doesn't feel like it was that long time ago, but this race means so much to so many people at Ford. How special
There's a long 22 hours left to go.
Part of it, sports car racing.
I can feel on the grid this morning. I mean, the people wearing the Ford
Do
logo,
put something in the comments if you're just joining in. Let me know who you are.
Of our motorsports history, where we really like winning, and this is really the big test for us this season. We really want to win a championship with the Mustang. That's really important to us. So it's gonna be a long season. I appreciate all the Ford fans sticking with us. We have a lot of work to do. 22 hours.
All right, Lee Niffy's going to ask us a question. Go ahead, Lee.
Chris, it's really important when you're CEO of one of the world's biggest automotive companies that you are a racer at heart. So please congratulate Jim for us for finishing second in the HSR race this morning. And also earlier this week at the Road Racing Drivers Club dinner on Wednesday night, he won the prestigious Bob Aiken Award. So congratulate him for those 2 accomplishments.
Absolutely. A big congratulations on the Bob Aiken Award, but more importantly...
Look at how that fucking first car parked there.
How was that?
You see this shit right there, where he's right in the back of his box. Look how far back in his box he is. He ain't even in his box. He should have pulled forward if they're a fucking team.
I'm so proud to drive a Ford. I'm also
That's some fucking bullshit.
It's my yoga.
Jim Farley, CEO of Ford Motor Company, guys, ran a 1-minute 45-second lap time around here. I'd say that's pretty good.
That's flying. That is flying. Latest round of pit stops at Porsche Penske Motorsport. These 2 cars have been stuck like glue pretty much the entire way.
Just set a new rubber all the way around.
And we're almost ready to have our next stint on the Peacock pit box. Who's there? Colton Herder. What a year.
Colton Herder.
We'll hear from him next.
Ciao ragazzi, ci vediamo dopo, ok? Baci. Milan, such a cool place. And when the Winter Olympics arrive, it'll get even cooler. And these incredible women take the world stage.
I don't want to see that.
Fearless.
I'll probably get in so much trouble.
And Chloe Kim.
I don't want to get done in. Hello. Hello. There's a commercial break on, so I just want to take a quick moment while that's running to say thank you for watching. And we're going to be right back to the action in just a minute. So do click on all the... there's so many people just left right now. I don't even mind. We're just doing this just to do a bit of promotion work. So do please go and watch some of the watched hours on the channel so that we can grow and make more content for you and everything like that. So do... man, I've got some flaky ass hair. I just noticed that. So we're just waiting for the commercial break. So we'll be right back.
Choose VP Racing small engine fuels and lubricants.
With all these Hilton Honors points, I could stay for free. I could walk to Maldives. What about a canopy in Paris? Hilton Honors, babe.
When you want points that can take
Siggy
you
break.
anywhere, anytime, it matters where you stay. Hilton, for the stay.
What a day. We have been so fortunate to be triggered to. Look at the weather, considering what's happening in so much of the country with the severe weather. We have been spared that here for the 64th running in the Rolex 24. Low 70s and some blue sky up there, plenty of sunshine to get this going, and just quite refreshingly high temperatures. Sometimes we come here and expect the worst. This battle rages though with GTD Pro.
Yeah, that was really wide there by Bavish there, coming through turn one. Get the tyres out there.
Oh yeah.
You get a lot of pickup. There's somebody you
Oh yeah, send it in there, boy.
Corner, but he is working over this number 3 Corvette. Canterbury lead is now built up for about 2 seconds. You see him just up ahead as he
you gotta have a go
the kid
here.
on the infield. But Bavish is really working over Sims here, but Sims seems pretty stoic here. They're just kind of in cruise mode here, just knocking out some lap time for the sake of a bit of energy, but he doesn't want to give up that track position and get in the way.
Yeah, don't give him the track position for God's sake.
GTD Pro, let's talk GTB, the Premier Class, because in the number 40, Cadillac Racing Wayne Taylor machine, the Dex Imaging car, you will see Colton Hurdle. Let's hear from Colton now. He's on the pit box, Marty.
Hey, Div, I feel like it's a rare U.S. sighting of Colton Herta in 2026 because your schedule is crazy this year. Help me unpack, like, what does the racing calendar look like for you this year as you go on to F2?
Oh.
I mean, it's going to be
That's something's happened there.
And it's going to be hectic, you know, coming from the U.S. here, straight back to Europe, doing testing.
Something's happened there. Look at that.
To Ferrari with that flat left front as he tries to flip it back to pit road. So kind of explain to me how you're going to manage all that, because you just told me a minute ago you're not obviously full-time in IndyCar, but you're going to be busier than you've ever been. What all do you have to do this year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the main thing is focused on F2 and the full season stuff. That from the Formula One side, I think we're still learning day by day of what exactly I'm going to do. The main focus right now is getting that car on track, which we saw in Silverstone for the shakedown, and next up is Barcelona testing. So super excited to see how they do there.
We're very excited for that the 2026 season.
Doing what I can to show that I'll be ready when and if my chance comes for Formula One.
What are you going to miss about IndyCar full-time?
I mean, I really enjoy the competitiveness of IndyCar, the ability to be strong, the aggressiveness that you can drive with that race car. You know, it's unlike any other race car in the world. You can turn in 2, 3, 4 times, super aggressive, no power steering. It is a joy to drive, and I'll miss that aspect of it.
Whoa!
Along with some of the
just missed that guy too.
Very talented race car drivers and great teammates. So, wishing everybody the best, especially Andretti, Will Power, Kyle, and Marcus. Hopefully they do good and carry it on.
So focusing on IMSA, you have gone from a BMW to an Acura, now to a Cadillac. So what are the differences you feel behind the wheel of those cars?
Yeah, I mean, there are small things. At the end of the day, when you get behind the wheel, you know it's a GTP car. You know, if your eyes were closed when you're driving, you could tell. But, I mean, there's small differences in braking, how the engine kind of responds on power. Obviously, the weight distribution.
That wheel's coming off.
Different. have are a little different. But it's exciting. It's exciting for me to drive that Cadillac. You know, I've been kind of jaw dropped every year that it's gone by in pit lane. That loud sound, naturally aspirated engine, which is a first for me. First time driving a naturally
Caution is
aspirated
out.
engine in a race car. So a lot of new
Caution
things,
is out.
exciting things, and yeah, I've been loving it so far.
Dip, I believe we have a full course caution. Yes, we do. How about that for that flat tire on the
Yeah,
left?
Daniel Serra and the Risi Competizione Ferrari. What a shame.
And I think that's, I'm afraid it's a
Yep,
lot more than
that's
just a
what we
flat
call
tire.
fucked.
It's a broken steering rack at a minimum. So must have been pretty big contact to the left front. You see damage just behind the driver's door there on the quarter panel. But guys, while this was happening, out of the corner of my eye from the helicopter shot, I was watching one of the Porsche Penske's lap slower GTD. Watch
Yeah, you'll
this.
see a big moment right here. Watch this moment he has.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's the 7 or the 6 counts, the 6 indeed.
Let's go on board.
That was a super sketchy moment. Colton, you're watching one of your competitors there lap, you know, the slower traffic there with the GTD. I mean, how many times are you told to just take it easy and protect the equipment and end up in a situation like that?
I'm enjoying watching.
He's like, whoa, that was a little bit much.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy to tell yourself, oh, it's a long race, take it easy, and then you put the helmet on and you kind of turn into a psychopath. Me included. Everybody has a case of that.
Yep.
I guess that's why we do what we do.
Is there a time of the day or the 24-hour period where you're more of a psychopath than others?
At the end, yeah. In the nighttime when you think nobody's watching, nobody can see you, maybe you get a little risky, but you know, everybody has the same goal. Mine is to get to the morning and get to the race. But when you put that helmet on, it gets tempting sometimes to go for some of those crazier moves.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Always fun hanging out, man. You will be at Sebring to
Yes.
confirm
Yeah.
in the IMSA card, so that's going to be great to see him there. But I think, Diff, I speak for all North American motorsports fans. We're rooting for this guy to get in an F1 car someday. Hopefully he gets in that Cadillac.
Can't wait to see those.
Yeah, that might be nice for him.
F1 sessions. Hey, real quick, Colton, I've got a quick question for you. When you first came here, you won on debut for Team Rahal Letterman Lanigan in the then GT11 category. And I remember you were only a teenager and you got the Rolex wristwatch, but it wasn't the coloured design and the type that you liked. And now you're a little bit older and you've matured more. Do you have more appreciation for this event and the watch and what it means holistically?
After losing a lot of years, yes. Yeah. I was spoiled. I came here, I won, and I was like, man, this stuff is easy. And now
it's not.
No, it's not. No, I keep getting my butt handed to me here. So I'm trying to be back for one more win and hopefully an overall win.
Well, I think what you've done in IndyCar, mate, and all of the variety of cars you've raced here in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship is going to equip you well to take on those.
Welcome in, leave a comment, please.
F2 series.
Don't be scared, come and watch the race with us.
Colton, as Charlton here in the booth, you talk about being
Another
traffic and you put your
caution
helmet on
here.
and changes. How much does the team and Wayne Taylor especially drill into you? We called it one of the keys to victory, curbing the enthusiasm through that Le Mans chicane. How much lap time could be gained, but how can it affect the race car later in the going?
Yeah, I mean, look, these cars are so strong nowadays that you can get away with a lot more, even than what you could do 10 years ago, you know? I know everybody says it, but it really is a sprint race now. You can do quite a bit of hard curb strikes or hard hits to the car and get away with it. Ideally, you don't want to, though. You want to be the fastest and the cleanest. So that's the goal, but if you do kind of make some mistakes in your run, it's not the end of the world now, where it might have been 10 years ago.
By the way, since Cal brought that up, how's the Wayne Taylor experience been only a few days in for you?
It's been great. You know, I love driving with them. I love driving for Wayne and for Cadillac. It's been a joy. You know, my teammates have been awesome. Louis did a great job qualified P2, and Jordan's in the car now doing a great job. I'll be in when he's done after these 2 stints, and I'm excited for it.
All right, Diff, always fun hanging out with Colton.
Go get him, Colton. Okay, we need to tell you more about the Risi Competizione Ferrari. There it is there, it's on the flatbed. What a shame. You're talking about one of the most legendary teams in all of American sports car endurance racing. Giuseppe Risi's organisation. Have a look at this. through the grass. What a wild ride for Daniel Serra.
Got to think he was side by side with somebody through the turn 2 kink and lost that battle. There's the contact.
So it hits the Triassi Ferrari.
But that was just rejoining in turn 3, so he went for a monster ride. You saw one of the Rolex signs there displaced with the sandbags out.
He's off the block coming through turn 2 and just can't get it wheeled down and basically ends up at the apex of speed.
I mean,
T-bones the Triazzi car.
That's about a 1,000-foot ride through the grass to get there. Something's going on here with the 6. This looks more like a repair, perhaps. I thought I saw maybe some clear tape. Some contact there, Chris. What's going on down at Porsche Penske?
So the 6 came down for routine fuel and energy replenishment service, but then suddenly the car came to shut off the car, I should say, and the crew now was working on the right front. Can't quite see exactly what they're looking at, but they looked at the right front for quite some time. Looks like they have they had a little bit of tape going on now on the right side of the race car. So we'll follow up and see what exactly is going on, but looks like at least a little bit of contact to the right side of that Penske.
Either that or the bodywork started coming loose, but I'd have to think it's from contact, Cal. I know you're pointing to the screen there. I can't tell if that's the tape that's going on or the contact from something on track.
There seems to be a grey patch there. I'm not sure if the bodywork's been thrown up a little bit.
Well, watch this replay. I don't think they touched here.
No.
No? I don't think so.
If they did, it would have been right in that area, coincidentally.
Must have been something from earlier. Oh, definitely a hit there.
Definitely been a hit.
Floor is damaged, side pod damaged. But lucky to get the caution and smart to fix it. Still early running here. And that's one of the fastest, if not the fastest car on the track.
Wow. So some quick repairs to the 6. That was a wild moment for Lawrence Vanthoor, and an even bigger one for Daniel Serra.
Mr. Claus, you forgot this.
Oh. It's never too late for an unforgettable gift. We're routing to Timmy's house. Hurry into the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration now.
Understanding the visceral performance of the 2026 Acura Integra doesn't require a manual, but it helps. Really, all you need to do is drive it. Once you do that, you'll get it.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
Michelin is the official tire of IMSA. From the track to the street, perform on all roads with the legendary collection of Michelin Pilot Sport tires. Ready for track-inspired technology? Michelin recommends TireRack.com as your source for the Pilot Sport family of tires. Learn more at TireRack.com/pilot.
Stroll through the IMSA paddock with a new Michelin Pilot Sport Endurance tire. You feel it as the fans point at it. They even want to lean in and touch it. Drivers, they just stop and stare. Michelin is challenging what a racing slick is supposed to look like. At the same time, it continues to win the most grueling races in motorsport. From the Rolex 24 Daytona to the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the new tire runs in IMSA GTP and WEC Hypercar classes and features the Vision Tread. It is inspired by Michelin's Vision concept tire, reflecting a roadmap toward 100% sustainable materials by 2050. The pattern draws people in and invites them to look inside the tire. Inside are 50% renewable and recycled materials. The pattern fades quickly on track, but the improved warm-up, longevity, and consistency deliver lap after lap.
Michelin very proud of that tyre and the fact that they've reached a 50% sustainability mark, which is really quite incredible. Driver's feedback so that it gets up to temp a lot quicker, which when you have cooler temperatures in the World Centre of Racing, that's a big asset.
Yeah, it's really huge. We understand this weekend we have the soft and the medium compound available to the teams in GTP. They're allowed to run that softer compound between 5 p.m. this afternoon and 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, but a lot of the teams actually utilized that tyre during the dry running last weekend at the Royal, a big 3-day test here to get preparation done for this 24-hour event, and thumbs up all the way around. And with the soft tyre, Townsend, it comes in like bingo, like immediately. And even with the medium tyre, just a big improvement, because at night it's really sketchy going out, even though there's been a lot of improvement to the cars and the software to drive those very sophisticated brake-by-wire machines on cold tyres. But it's really been a really great change by Michelin to incorporate this new tyre, and every driver that I spoke to said yes, it comes in quicker, it lasts equally as long, the durability is great. Big improvement there.
Quick question, is there any other space to put any other hauler or motorhome or camper? Look at that.
I'll find a way.
What a shot. Haven't got the official crowd figure just yet from Frank Kelleher, the president of the Speedway, but I mean, Cal, you've been coming here a lot longer than me. My first Rolex 24 was 2003. I've never seen a crowd like this.
No, it's incredible. I've been coming here 30 years now broadcasting, and it's just amazing. And drove before that time, and just even at the Raw, they have that Scouts Day on the Saturday. That's just massive. I mean, just big trains of car trying to get into the event. And there's just massive momentum with this championship right now. Reflecting back to Autour Petit Le Mans, Townsend, you nearly didn't make it to the broadcast. Had to
I
be
was
rescued.
2 miles away and had to have a golf cart come and pick me up. I left my car on the side of the road. But the other thing I love about our fans is the kids that are showing up these days. Like I did when I was a kid, going to a car show to look at the fanciest cars, the fastest cars that you could buy for the road. That's what the IMSA paddock has become. You get to see the racing version on the track, and then all of the manufacturers with their great displays. We take another look at the Porsche Penske Motorsport team making repairs. Chris, again, to Vantour's car.
Yeah, the team brought Lawrence back down. They said we need more tape on that right side. There's a pretty big gap, a big hole just in front of the right rear tire. So Lawrence is now down and away, but they spent another precious couple of minutes getting that tape back up. Also some of the side skirt on the right side as well with that contact in the LP2 car.
Yeah, I think it's so important, Chris, to really make sure that fix is done correctly. I'll never forget, years past, we've seen Chip Ganassi Racing change gear ratios in the first couple of rounds of the race. They realized that the wind, they had the wrong gear stack in, changed rear camber shifts and things like that. You really are tuning this car. Right now it's damaged, but they're trying to fine-tune to make sure that fix is absolutely 100%. You don't want that gash in the bodywork at high speed. It'll create some drag. They know they've got to get that car fixed up. It's easier to change a tail or a nose. That's an awkward piece to change.
Yeah.
In these cars are very modular, like a Lego set in some respects, but it's very hard to change that side part.
They're smart to get it done early. Lee, this is what I was talking about. Just this one little area. There are so many of these spots around the track. Here you see a beautiful collection of Porsches, and you'll see Corvettes and Acuras and Lexus and Mercedes. They all have their area for car corrals, and it's just a blast as a fan.
And all in the midway there, just in front of the Ferris wheel, all of the OEMs, the automotive manufacturers, that are key partners of the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Series, with their product on display.
The IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship separates itself from other forms of racing with its multiple classes of cars racing on track at the same time and different race durations depending on the venue and event.
It's a true test of man machinery, but it's a group test of people.
There are two types of cars racing simultaneously, prototypes and GT vehicles.
It's fun, it's challenging. I think that's what it makes it so special.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
Oh, it's cold outside. Time to protect your vehicle from winter's wrath. Of course, the hot sun can be tough on vehicles too. You need WeatherTech. Laser metric floor liners and cargo liner will shield the carpeting from sand and snow. For your interior, there's seat protector and sunshade, plus mud flaps and bump step for the exterior. Impact liner with shock-absorbing rings safeguards your truck bed from costly damage. Order American-made products at WT.com. Surf's up.
Take a closer look at Daytona International Speedway, the World Center of Speed, located the Van Howes Drive north of Universal Studios down in Orlando. And this is the ultimate ride of 2.5 miles up on the high banks with just over a mile on that tricky infield section. Really fast around this place. You're touching about 205 miles an hour in GTP machine right there, Townsend. Very tricky break zone down into turn 1.
Oh, but turn 1 is fabulous. There's so many different ways to take this corner. You can run it tight on the inside, shorten up the distance, or you can arc that brake zone to the high side. Turn 6, I'd argue, probably the most difficult corner on the racetrack to get right. It's bumpy across the middle, bumpy as you try to lay down the power, but this is really what distinguishes Daytona.
Yeah, you've really got to thread the needle there through the marsh chicane. Colin heard to talk about with his curry field. He can abuse those curves a little bit, maybe gain a little bit of extra lap time from that, but that really sets up the flying run to the start-finish line.
That was the Ford Performance Track Tour. And we give you more images high above the World Center of Racing. You were giving a new title there a month ago. World Center of Speed. What's that? Taking creative license.
I think I see my rental
You
car.
can trademark that as well.
I think I see my rental car getting towed, Jeff.
Yeah, mine did last year.
Oh, man. So with his teammate out of the way for now, Andlauer will have a Cadillac and an Acura right behind as they come back to green.
Look at this acceleration. This is awesome. The raw power of these GTP, the premier class prototypes. Look at that number 60. That's AJ Allmendinger.
They lock it there.
Acura. The Dinger
What happened?
Back at the Rolex 24, and he's ready to play.
He's up onto the wheel early. Julian Andlauer there aboard the number 7
Yes.
car. Ricky Taylor getting some heat from behind immediately from Alex Palou.
Both the Maya Shank Acuras are on the move.
Alex, what a talent he is. Just taking no time to adapt to a different race car.
But you think about these conditions right here, cold tires, restart, totally favors Alex Palou and his precision on the top
Uh-oh,
side.
somebody else is off.
04 CrowdStrike car once again with issues. George Kurtz still behind the wheel. Remember, he got hit from behind in the first corner on the first lap. I don't know how he got off here in turn 5, but it has been a tough day. They still ride a lap
Thanks
down
for coming
from
in.
the field, and now he's at the back.
Oh, come
Take a look
on.
and see how this happened. Turn 5, we're at the exit looking back.
Oh, yeah, well, I've done that.
You said relatively cold tires. It just gets caught out a little bit. Off with him here. Charges in,
Yeah.
the field stacking up in front of him. Probably just gave it a
Yeah.
little bit more brake pressure. You nose dives down a little bit just as you're turning at the same time.
You've never driven a go-kart, locked up the rear axle. That's what it sounds like. The RPM goes from, say, 5,000 down to 0 as that axle locks up, and George Kurtz was not able to get the brake release.
Oh,
in
another
time
one
to
off.
Save it as the 123 GTD Porsche up in smoke on the apron. Maybe a tire to the right rear.
That even looks like it. if he can just stay there and limp his way home, we don't need, you would expect to see the caution, but we'll see what plays out here as Alex Palou on the move, chasing Julian Andlauer. Here's AJ Allmendinger a top box.
Oh, I don't know. There's too many people on the internet in my house.
Key is experience here. You really have to slow the car down, otherwise, I mean, the Michelins are great. When they are flat, the construction of the tires remarkable will hang in there, but you can't abuse it excessively, otherwise they'll just shred. You start tearing up that inner fender well, there's brake line sensors and everything there, so you want to get back to the pits.
It's buffering.
Let your crew go to work, but just take it easy. It's a long race. Don't tear the car.
Let's try.
You do it slowly enough, they can just...
To drive one of these modern era prototypes. He's like, dude, I'm not sure if I'm smart enough to drive this. He said they handed me a 26.
That paint job looks good on that Acura.
I was like, what? He said every time I got in the car there's something new on the wheel, but he said I like it. It's going to be fun. I'll do my best.
Yeah, it's a highly digital interface and experience between driver and car in the GTP category. There are so many parameters that you can adjust electronically that change the handling of the race car, how the power is delivered to the rear axle between the hybrid system and the ICE motor. And it looks like no caution for now. Now that outer tire tread fully departs the 123 Porsche, but that's out of harm's way. That's below the 8, but I don't think that will bring out a caution at this point.
You see the Lexus on the move a little bit. It looked good in terms of qualifying that early pace, but something that 14 was starting to try and make some moves there, Townsend.
Yeah, Kyle Kirkwood, unfortunately, a lap down. They've really been struggling for pace between the 12 and the 14, as you see the Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan, number 59 McLaren, unfortunately in the garage.
Yuri Vips was
Dang
at the
it,
wheel
it's
at
not
this
working.
time, and there's not a whole lot of urgency there.
No, it looks pretty leisurely, like it may be game over. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, come on, internet. Stop buffering.
It may be the weak link in that car. They said turbo certainly has already been a bit of an issue, but they should be good if they're freshened up right before the get-go. But certainly a very promising debut. Had excellent pace here this weekend. Qualified the car ultimately second with the BMW being moved to the back post-qualifying.
I'm working with Kyle Kirkwood, a 4-time winner in the IndyCar Series. I talked with Kyle.
Maybe I need to go back a little bit here.
Kyle Kirkwood, unfortunately, a lap down. They've really been struggling for pace between the 12 and the 14. It was a difficult situation, and just execute as a team. So far, they're pulling it off.
Well, this is interesting because it seems to
Dang
me
it.
that he had equal
It's not
speed
doing
to
anything.
the Porsches that are up in front of him. That BMW is all over him a little bit right now, so again, this is really the litmus test when we get in a race condition to see how
Oh, man, come on.
the BOP is working out with all of the changes. A number of these cars have had Evo kits on them in GTD as well, in GTD Pro with the Ford and the Porsche. For example, having revisions since last year, and the Ferrari for that matter.
I think the greatest, concern, straight line that I heard so far when I got here was between Porsche and Lexus there to just find that pace. The Porsches had,
Right, okay. I'm going to have to turn this off and stop the live.
It's had quite a bit of weight added. It now runs at 13.
Because it's just, I need to reset the internet. Sorry about this. See, look, it's just fucking stopping. Alright, thank you for watching. Enjoy the race.